I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The president's tariff wars are starting to pay dividends, and now he says he'll divert some of those revenues to struggling U.S. farmers.
The president's tariff policies have financially hurt some American farmers, and he plans to give them help.
We're going to take some of that tariff money that we made, we're going to give it to our farmers, who are for a little while going to be hurt until it kicks in. The tariffs kick into their benefit.
During his first term, U.S. farmers also endured a drop in demand, and the Trump administration helped to rescue them financially. Greg Clugston, the White House.
President Trump now calling on Russia to end its war against Ukraine.
I'm not going to ever call anybody a paper tiger, but Russia spent millions and millions of dollars in bombs, missiles, ammunition, and lives, their lives. And they've gained virtually no land. I think it's time to stop. I really do.
At the start of an Oval Office meeting with the visiting Turkish president on Thursday, the president urged Turkey to stop buying Russian oil while that war is still raging. Defense ministers from several Eastern European countries are holding talks to bolster drone defenses after recent airspace violations.
Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania and Poland have all been working on the drone wall project. EU Commission spokesman Thomas Renier says the list of countries participating has been expanded.
I mentioned the 7 frontline member states to that list. We have added Slovakia, we have added Ukraine, that was of course fully associated given their experience, and of course Denmark.
Jets scrambled on September 10 to shoot down a number of Russian drones that breached Polish airspace was one example, while airports in Denmark were temporarily closed this week after drones were flown nearby. I'm Charles Dilladesma.
Should be a strong open on Wall Street. Dow futures up 209 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
It's war in the Middle East, the revival of an ancient conflict recorded in the Bible.
The nation of Israel is a resurrected nation. So what if there was going to be a resurrection of another people, an enemy people of Israel?
Dinesh D'Souza's new film, The Dragon's Prophecy, is in theaters 2 nights only, October 6th and 8th.
We came back to a land that was largely barren and empty, and we brought it back to life, and we're going to keep it.
Tickets not sold in theaters. Get tickets only at thedragonsprophecyfilm.com.
North Korea's nuclear facilities are making headlines once again.
A top South Korean official has said on Thursday that North Korea is operating a total of 4 uranium enrichment facilities. The discovery adds to outside assessments that it has multiple covert atomic plants along the widely known site near the capital of Pyongyang. The North leader, Kim Jong-un, has called for a rapid expansion of his country's nuclear weapons program. The South's unification minister, Chung Dong-young, said uranium enrichment centrifuges at the 4 facilities are running every day and stressed the urgency to stop the North's nuclear program. I'm Karen Shamas.
A Texas man has been executed for killing his girlfriend's baby back in 2008. Blaine Millam was put to death Thursday by lethal injection at the state penitentiary in Huntsville. He was condemned for the murder of a 13-month-old child. Savagely beat and strangled the little girl. Breaking news at townhall.com. Starbucks is cutting back.
Starbucks is closing hundreds of U.S. and Canadian stores and laying off 900 non-retail employees so it can focus resources on its turnaround plan. The Seattle coffee giant wouldn't say exactly how many stores it's closing, but expects to end its fiscal year this Sunday with 434 fewer stores than it had at the end of June. The company is closing stores that don't have a path to financial stability or have physical spaces that don't meet customers' expectations. Employees will be offered transfers to other locations if possible. John Scott reporting.
President Trump has signed an executive order that puts TikTok in American control. The order allows TikTok to continue operating in the U.S. by shifting China-based control of the video sharing app to American investors. Vice President Vance says there was some resistance from China, but America is now safe to use TikTok. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday.
Before all hell breaks loose.
Buenos Friday.
Yes, welcome to it.
Yeah, for a few, an extended weekend.
Yes.
With Fair Day being Monday, so kiddos around the area get the day off. And
boy, was my daughter rubbing it in my face.
Why is she giving you the...
She's like, oh yeah, Monday, 3-day weekend, Fair Day.
And my wife, she was like, I've got an extended week so Tuesday I got to go back to Lubbock.
Oh,
Tuesday's gonna be a day. So Tuesday I got to go to Lubbock to get my eye, and then we got to come back because the candidate forum is that night.
Oh man.
So I will be there. I ain't gonna lie. Kim was like, "Are you gonna be able to see?" I was like, "We'll find out."
Is this how you're telling me that Tuesday's gonna suck for me?
I just realized. Yeah, I haven't told you, have I? Yeah,
no.
Tuesday's gonna.
Cool.
Yeah, Tuesday I got to go to Lubbock.
Actually, Tuesday's one of the 2 days I'm actually gonna have off from the fair next week. So the schedule's gonna be myself on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll have Digger and the Diva out there.
Okay.
And then I'll finish out the week Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, because Tuesday I'll be in Lubbock, and then we got candidate forum. If you're not familiar, on Tuesday, all are invited to the Pueblo Auditorium. That's at the RISD's admin office there for a municipal election candidate forum that the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association they host every election cycle. And it will be 6 p.m. at the Pueblo Auditorium. They're going to first do the school board positions, the contested. They'll have each of the school board candidates get a chance to answer a few questions. And then after that, they'll go into each of the city council contested races, which there'll be 5 of them.
Right.
And then finally the mayor's race at the end there. And they'll have each of the positions for all the invited candidates, which are all the candidates. Most have accepted. I think there's a few that have not yet, but I'm not sure of those final numbers. But anyway, they'll have that for you. We will be carrying the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association's candidate forum here on the radio at 6 p.m. You can listen on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, and we will also have live streaming video at ksvptv.com. There'll be their own LRAA candidate forum channel that you can click into to view it on Tuesday. But that'll be at 6 o'clock. So it'll also be on demand on the video. So if you're there live, which I highly recommend you do, that way you can see the whole. Like you can see like when you're watching the video, you just see like what's they're presenting on the camera, and it's usually the people talking. You don't see the people to the side, and reactions and all that.
Yeah, watch the nuanced facial expressions.
So you get to do all that in the audience, and then you can go back and on the video, if you're like, what did they say about that question again? And you can go back and watch.
You really want to class it up, take a pair of opera glasses with you?
Yes.
So you can really zoom in and see.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And the Pueblo is kind of apropos because it's got that classic feel.
It is.
In there.
It's fancy. Everything's wooden.
Yeah.
The chairs still have that creak when you fold them down.
Of course, they've remodeled it, so I haven't been in there since. Now it's supposed to look, but it's got more modern amenities like air conditioning and I think sound.
They're moving up in the world. Dang.
Working air conditioning. Maybe I should really.
Yeah, right. I remember being on that stage in freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
We I can't remember what class it was. It might have just been drama. I think it was drama. We had to put together a play for fire safety awareness.
Okay.
The play was called Fireball and His Fire Safety Friends.
All right.
And I remember this because I was in this play. I didn't make the final cut.
Oh.
I was actually thinking while you were talking about the candidate form, I don't know if you saw it, like the life went away behind my eyes because I was trying to remember, did I make that? No, I got beaten out by that final cut by my friend of mine to this day. But I played Dude the Cowboy.
Dude the Cowboy.
Gigantic foam cowboy hat.
Okay.
Big old painted on mustache. Well, howdy, Fireball. Oh, Fireball was a clown, by the way. And then my future kid's mom played Annie, who was a helicopter pilot.
Oh, okay.
Who had to spin her way onto the stage. But I have distinct memories from Fireball, like all the rehearsals and stuff. I was the understudy for Dude.
Oh, you were Dude too.
Yeah, I was second banana dude. Turns out I was made to second banana. What's up? I was made for the co-captain's chair.
Still got the hat?
I don't, but I know where to get one.
Okay.
I got a guy.
You know what? You got a hat guy?
That's right. Dude one, turns out.
Oh, Dude one. Is that the original Dude hat?
It's not the original Dude hat, but he happens to have one.
Okay. I was like, ooh, that might be belonging in a museum or something.
Big old, that thing was floppy.
We invite folks to participate in that as a great way to, and this is right before early voting starts here next month. So that way you can make informed decisions when you vote.
Get to know your local elected officials because they're the ones that make the decisions that actually affect you.
Yes, and we will continue to keep interviewing candidates as the days progress towards the election here too. Don't forget, it is Football Friday.
It is.
Please note, the Roswell High and Goddard High football games have both been moved up an hour for kickoff.
Yes.
Kickoff tonight for the Roswell Coyotes on the road taking on Santa
They'll be taking on Santa Teresa, yes.
That game will kick off at 6 p.m. this evening. We'll have it for you right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Live streaming video at ksvptv.com.
Yep.
The Goddard Rockets are at home taking on the Gadsden Panthers. That game also has been moved up to a 6 p.m. kickoff. We will have that game for you on our sister station, 106.1 FM, La Pantera. And live streaming video, ksvptv.com in the Goddard Rocket channel.
Indubitably.
Bulldogs, their game is at normal kickoff
They're
time.
doing stuff.
7 p.m.
Yep.
As I forget who the Bulldogs
They're playing Lovington.
That's right. Are they hosting Lovington?
They're hosting Lovington. It is their homecoming, actually.
So that'll be a good match.
And Goddard's as well.
Yes, Goddard as well, because Roswell's was last week, and the rain delayed, shortened, moved homecoming court. They did all that afterwards so they could get Deming home, which I'm sure Deming still didn't get home till probably like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, because they were basically driving into the storm.
Yeah, and it's a long haul.
It is a long haul back to Deming.
It's a long drive, and so I'm sure they appreciate that a little bit. So. But yes, we will have that for you tonight here as well. And then don't forget, with Fair coming up, officially starting next week, they do have the ride preview tonight and tomorrow out at the fairgrounds. There's no cost to get into the fairgrounds. You pay as you ride kind of thing. They do have unlimited ride armbands and all that available, so you can do all that. But please note, the fair is not open. The commercial building's not open. The education, arts and crafts, most of the... some of the vendors will be open, but not all of them. Like you'll have the carnival vendors; they should be open this weekend, and maybe a few of the local vendors might choose to open up. But that's kind of if they choose so, or if they can, they'll do. Or that's on them. But Monday will be the official fair. And
Sunday they go dark. And if you're wondering what they do on Sunday when they go dark, have you ever seen that footage from Bohemian Grove? It's basically that. They sacrifice a baby. There's like some stuff that goes on with goat's blood. It's a whole thing. But it's to make sure that your kids are safe, okay? They're doing it for you. Just so we're all clear.
As soon as you start saying that, for some reason, I went to Major League and Jobu, we need one chicken. And he's like, oh, we just get a bucket of KFC. They're all talking about, he needs a rattle with a. All right, let's get a bucket of KFC, extra crispy. Let's go ahead.
What was that was one of the nights in basketball. Free range chicken night, and then afterwards they just show the dudes with the giant vacuums walking around the field. Thump, thump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of my. That's when you know you're watching a good Zucker Brothers movie because there's so much stuff happening in the background.
Yep.
That you really want to see.
By the way, is the new Naked Gun on video yet or direct?
I think it's got to be close.
Coming up if it isn't.
It's got to be close. It's one of those things that I've recently gotten rid of a lot of my streaming services.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come on to HBO Max, I'm going to be mad, but I'm going to have to renew one of those services because I need to watch this movie.
Have you watched Superman yet?
No, but
it's on HBO Max. That's the reason I asked.
I've seen bits of it through shorts.
Mm-hmm. I watched like 5 minutes of it, and it's different, man. I was
from what I've seen online, it's very interesting.
But I will tell you what I have watched in that world. I am caught up on season 2 of The Peacemaker.
Oh, are you?
Oh boy, howdy, is that show? Is season 2 is good
too? Get back into it, dude. I got to tell you though, you have got me. Like, oh Lord, is my jam right now.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll just be walking around like, keep on keeping on. That's my jam of the moment. Literally the number one song on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, I showed him the intro, and it is another earworm.
Which I did the same thing with "Do You Want to Taste It" last season for the last season of Peacemaker too. That was my jam of the moment for that one. They know how to pick them.
Yeah.
Got to give it to JJ.
Yeah,
Abrams.
it creates earworms, is what it does. And to be honest, after I heard this one, I went back to the old one for a minute too. Mm-hmm. You know you don't eat meat.
Throw your dog the invisible bone. Yeah. It's the lyrics on that song are absolutely absurd.
Yeah. But it's just catchy.
It's very catchy.
So but I'm caught up on that, and it's good, man. It's like, to be honest, season 2's kind of different. We see a different side of Peacemaker. Like, we see the human side of Peacemaker in season 2.
I love the still that pops up on Facebook of like the ad for the new season, where it's just Peacemaker and Eagly just putting their heads together.
Well, I just Eagly. You learn about Eagly too. Oh. Like I just the last episode. All I'm saying is, Eagly's kind of a bad. Like, of all of them, Eagly's probably the most bad of the bunch.
I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm like halfway through season 1. So.
But it's more like you see the like the human side of the psyche of
Well,
Peacemaker.
and that's what happens in like a season 2, like right about the halfway point of season 2 is you stop. I mean, you're caught up with the story as it stands, and now you're just kind of getting Art Nouveau.
It's dumb but deep. If that makes sense.
Have they done a musical episode yet?
No, not really.
Okay.
I've watched it, and I'm 6 episodes in. I think.
I'm gonna say, and this is just a random prediction, but I'm gonna say probably midway through season 3, you're gonna see an episode that's just it becomes a musical.
A musical, some kind. Yeah.
For some reason, every show does it.
Yeah.
I'm amazed Stranger Things hasn't done it yet.
Of course, they do a musical every intro.
That's true.
The dance, it's funny. Anyway,
love that dance.
There
was a high school talent show that a group of kids did the dance like verbatim and won.
Really?
Yeah. So learn the Peacemaker dance, kids.
It's a pretty well, and in all fairness, I'm pretty sure 90% of the people doing the dance aren't they're actors,
right?
They're not dancers.
Well, and the best part about that dance is you can literally go 5, 6, 7, is the way you have to.
It's chorus line. Yeah.
Straight face the whole time.
Yeah, it's gonna. But anyway, it's if you haven't watched it, it's entertaining. If you like superhero but farcical, but also it's good. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. All right, let me give you Le Rundown for today's show. We got a full slate for you for today.
Yep.
Peggy Boland's going to join us here in just a few minutes, wearing her Astronomy Club hat today, giving us an update. I think they have an event coming up. I didn't get a chance to chit chat, so we'll find out together.
There you go.
So Peggy will join us here in just a few minutes. In the 8 o'clock hour, we will have someone, probably the sheriff, Travis County Sheriff's Department, but it could be Sheriff Mike Harrington or Charles or anyone from the Sheriff's Department there. They'll join us, give us an update what's happening there. And, of course, we get into Fair Week, so I imagine I can fairly say or be fairly certain they're going to talk about the fair.
I would be, that's fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
All right. And then finally, speaking of the fair, we're going to have Saul Aguilar join us to talk about entertainment at next week's Eastern New Mexico State Fair in the 9 o'clock hour.
Very good. And at some point this morning, I've procured us a little refreshment. I let the willpower win yesterday. I got something to drink for lunch.
Okay.
I think I'm going to save this.
Okay.
This feels morning show worthy.
Okay.
So
all right.
We'll get into that coming up here in a bit.
All right. Is this a new Mountain Dew?
It's not. It's actually, from everything I can see from the can, it is the essence of fall.
Ooh.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right. So it must be something cinnamony or apple-y.
Damn it, you nailed it. I found, I'm just going to say, I found this, it's like an old school soda shop style apple pie soda.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I crack a can open,
nice.
Try it out. Something apple-y or cinnamon.
Well, fall. I mean, it's either
you
pumpkin.
You could have gone the other way with it, pumpkin-y. And
yeah, but I know how you are about pumpkin-y, and I know it's not exactly your love of pumpkins is not emulsified or emitted out to the ether.
I do tend to play with my cards facing out, don't I?
So I went that route. All right, it is 7:22. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine coming our way for today. Late today and into tonight, there are some hit or miss shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast. Highs are ranging from the upper 80s to the low 90s. If you're able to get a storm going, it may produce some heavier rain. Cloudy as the night goes on, or low to mid 60s. A few more showers with thunderstorms bubbling up through Saturday into Saturday night, and some additional chances for heavier rain. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently 55 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 77% with winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. There, according to National Weather Service, this afternoon we're looking at a 20% chance of showers. They're talking after 3 p.m. today, mostly sunny and a high near 88. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy. No talk of rain. Overnight low of 61 degrees with south winds 5 to 10. Wouldn't that be interesting? We move kickoff a little bit, and then the rain turns out it's earlier in the evening. That's just, of course it is. That's a chef's kiss. But anyway, sorry, I was just reading this and got that thought. Now for Saturday, we're looking at a 30% chance at afternoon showers, partly cloudy, and a high of 83 tomorrow. Winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. 50% chance at rain showers tomorrow night. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 61 degrees, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday, we're also looking at a 50% chance at afternoon showers, mostly cloudy, and 78 for a high. Different, huh? South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, we're looking at a 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 58. And then Monday, for Fair Day, there is a 20% chance at afternoon or showers before noon. Otherwise, mostly sunny and 81. So hopefully that doesn't mess up the parade. Hopefully it's before 10. And then we're good. And then it looks like next week, they're not talking much rain. Just highs in the mid 80s. Later in the week, Wednesday, Thursday, upper 80s to 90. But after that Monday morning, they're not really talking about rain for now. So we'll see. We'll see how it shapes up. All right, 7:24. We're going to take about a 3.5 minute break, and then Peggy Boland will join us here with the Astronomy Club. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hi everyone, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. We now carry Mayo Furniture. Not only is it proudly built in the U.S., but there are hundreds of custom options to choose from, including fabrics, top-grade leathers, nailhead trim, and feet. The quality and construction stands apart from other brands in the industry, ensuring your satisfaction for years to come. Turn your living room into a reflection of your refined taste. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Support career and technical education programs for Chavez County. Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy. Supporting this mill levy would increase funding for career and technical education programs to prepare students for in-demand jobs in our area, strengthening the local economy and meeting community needs for healthcare professions and skilled laborers. Dual credit students from local high schools will benefit from expanded program options. Increase career and technical education in Chavez County. Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy on November 4th. Early voting begins October 7th. Paid for by the ENMU Roswell Foundation.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like the Kubota L-Series compact tractor, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, get select L2502 series for as low as $21,999 or $325 per month. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
So where do you find hope? Our world seems to have just a little bit of hope right now. Colossians 1 reads, "The faith and love that spring from the hope stored up for you in heaven." The only eternal hope comes from the saving grace that Jesus offers, which results in the hope of heaven. We get a taste of the promise of heaven now, so we can have hope in the future. An old hymn has these words, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. His oath, his covenant, his blood supports me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay." What a great song, and what a great message. I hope you'll join us as we try to find hope in what God has done.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion, unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 28 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, Peggy Bowling back with us, this time wearing her Astronomy Club hat. That's today. Right. Good morning.
Good morning.
And then joining us as well, your newest Astronomy Club member, Connor, as well. Good morning.
Exactly.
Morning.
I roped him in quickly, didn't I?
Well, you got him in quick. And I got to, 7:30 in the morning is not exactly Astronomy Club time, right?
No.
Like we're used to being on at night, so I do appreciate you coming in at 7 in the morning, even though your work is more done at night. So. But first off, before we kind of talk about some upcoming events and things, give a little bit of background about Astronomy Club and what you guys do.
Okay. I'm just going to read right from our information here.
Yeah.
As it's about our club, we have a cute little flyer here. The Roswell Astronomy Club has been in existence since the 1950s. Right. We have actually one of the almost original members in the club.
So I'm saying Alien Crash 47, people said, you know what, we should keep looking
at
this.
It was actually begun by a school teacher.
Okay, cool.
It began as a school club for advanced students. The club went public several years later and has since been a supporter of public public and school viewing using club members' telescopes.
Okay.
Over the years, we have held public viewings of Mars conjunctions, solar and lunar eclipses. We also support the Roswell Art Museum. Of course, that one is
right
now closed for the moment, but it's
on
okay.
hiatus. But yeah.
So, but we have star parties and moon gazes periodically.
Yeah.
So we're pretty busy. And if you had been to the Dragonfly Festival,
Yeah, that's kind of one of your annual
we were
events.
there.
Is that Friday in the Dragonfly
Well,
Festival?
unfortunately, this past Friday, the Dragonfly Festival.
Yeah.
That evening,
the weather was not cooperating.
The weather was not cooperating.
It happens from time to time. You
It
are
does.
at the mercy of the weather, and if it's a cloudy night, and we live in the part of the country where no one complains about rain because we need the rain, but it's sure bummer when you're trying to have a star party and the clouds are filling up the sky and everything.
Exactly.
Even last week it was successful though.
Good deal.
And I should state plainly that in joining the club or attending one of these parties, you're seeing or gaining from the expertise of people that have been looking into the stars for years and years and years, and their professional grade equipment as well.
Right.
I mean, we saw Jupiter just casually on a casual night to actually see it with your eyes of all things. And
how in detail do you get to see it? Like
depends on the quality of the telescope.
Like for instance, could you see the gas bubble on Jupiter from here on that telescope, or is it?
Were you able to see it that night?
So
I guess it depends on which way it's facing. But
with the one that we had that night, what would happen is if you were to be able to see that, you would see it in post.
Gotcha.
So you would see it after the pictures had been taken.
Gotcha. So like naked eyes, you're seeing it. It's
You
hard,
can
but
see
once
the
you
shape.
still shape it and then
But
examine
you
it.
can see the bands.
Yeah.
As well on Jupiter
Gotcha.
when
See,
you
that's
see it
pretty
through the
cool.
And
telescope.
also, you're with amidst individuals who, okay, yes, that star is named this. It's in that part of its cycle.
Okay.
This is the constellation Draco, so forth. I mean, you're dealing with people that know how to circumnavigate the stars.
Yeah, that's like I'm of an age where I grew up when Halley's Comet came through. And so it was very popular for people to buy, like go to Walmart or get the telescope and go out to see Halley's Comet. My dad and I did it and all that too. And it was cool to do it, but boy howdy, it'd been nice to other than my dad making stuff up, kind of knowing what was going on.
But he was probably all right.
No, he wasn't. My dad, if he didn't know the answer, he BS'd it every time. And he was slinging it deep that night, I'm pretty sure. But I do love the memories and the joy of that. So I get what you're saying, Connor. It's kind of the best of both worlds. Like, hey, I get to see this. But then when I'm like, what is that thing? There's someone nearby that can tell me exactly what it is and give you a little bit of background about it.
And what's cool about the Roswell Astronomy Club is as a member of the Roswell Astronomy Club, you can attend the star parties because they're in a private location.
Gotcha.
So we can't share that information with everybody. But as a member, you can go.
You get in.
And if you don't have a
membership has its
telescope,
privileges.
that's right. If you don't have a telescope, it's okay because
we got you.
A lot of people have telescopes out there.
Well, and I would say that's a great way if you're getting into it. Like you're like, I want to learn. I don't know. And you're like, well, and obviously when you're getting into a hobby, I don't recommend you just dropping top dollar on the equipment,
Right,
and just
exactly.
in case you're like, hey, this didn't pan out. Trust me, there's people with sheds full of hobbies of interest from that. But so what I mean is, if you come be a part of the astronomy club, use some of the other folks' equipment, learn it, and as you say, you know what, this is really cool. Then you invest in your own equipment, and then you get to be one of the ones out there instructing and talking. And
I think it's also really understated how naturally fascinating actually digging into the stories of the stars is, and especially with this area, how topical that is of what strange things are up there. What could happen?
Well, it's where science meets fantasy still. You know what I mean? It's that
and myth as well.
Yeah, exactly. That area where it's like, okay, what is mythical? What is just the mind of a Jules Verne, or versus what is science and what is proven, what has been seen, what has been tasted, touched, whatever, and that's where, because it's like there's two places, I guess, where humans can go. They evoke that same. One is space, the other is underwater. You know what I mean? We just don't know enough about either one of these places yet. So guess what? the 20,000 leagues under the seas here, and the wormholes and black holes, and Lord knows what's out there. Aliens are floating, that's till we know different, until science can prove it. That's what it is. And so, and if you look at human history, that's how everything is. When you look at like things, you look at things on Earth about diseases and things, and if you look in the history, it was some demonic thing or something, and then science came and said, no, it's pork, and because if you eat it, cook it raw, it kills you. That's what, you know what I mean? That's right. But back then that was some mystical thing, and so we're just still there with space and water, and we're still separating what is Greek mythology or Roman mythology versus what is something that we can prove in a lab and say, yeah, here's a rock.
There's a lot of happy accidents too. Like we we are looking into certain constellations or anticipating certain comets, and even in just a passive looking into the sky, it's a blink and you missed it, but the closest meteor I've ever seen on the Earth, like it
through,
appeared as though
it's not going to get me
how
paranoid.
To describe how quick that was. I mean, and then that starts to evoke wonder, because again, you're noticing things that you've never noticed. Like, oh, that's what the constellation of Hercules looks like. That's not really much of a Hercules at all.
I will admit. When they start doing the night sky and the various shapes, the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, I can see a few of them, but most I'm like, I don't have enough imagination to see a hunter there. I'm sorry.
Well, a lot of it though nowadays, the night sky is not as dark as it used to be.
Sure, and
so you don't see as many stars out there.
Yeah.
But we are blessed here in that regard. Well, you just get a little out of town, and it's amazing.
And this is kind of like getting to my point about the membership has its privileges, because you, like you said, you get to go onto private farms, ranches, places that are literally in the middle of nowhere, and because of that, you have a dark sky, which means you can see a lot. Like for instance, I know, I just know that in the past, you guys have been invited out to some of the old missile silos locations, because they got a nice flat pad and they're out there, and so those are in the middle of nowhere. They don't stick old nukes in populated areas. So
let's hope not.
Yeah, those Atlas missiles they didn't put like at the Allsups, you know what I'm saying? So it's out in the middle of nowhere. So you get, but again, that's part of the club where you would never get to go out there on your own without fear of getting arrested or something. Right. This way you can go out there with permission and go see some really cool stuff and be a part of that, and then and get in on the network, the community here, and get a chance to maybe do some of your own exploring once you make those relationships.
Membership might seem intimidating, but it's like
$15
a year
for the whole family.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we can afford that.
If you come to the meetings, you get free cookies.
That's what, like 2 cups of coffee nowadays?
Exactly.
Something like that. Think about 2 cups.
2 Happy Meals.
Yeah, but I didn't get there. That's one meal, I think, these days. $15 a year is about, you get a big extra value meal for about that, I think, right now. So.
And something that's done out of passion and continuous passion from this community, again, since the 50s.
And you're right about where we live, we're blessed. And this is like another, for instance, I grew up in Maryland, D.C. area, and so I know exactly what you're talking about, because it's, pardon the pun, night and day different living there where it is here. I mean, just for instance, like when I see the giant moon, I thought that was just something they did in Hollywood. I didn't know that was like real. And then I just see it in movies. I'm like, oh, that's just Hollywood. And then I come and move to New Mexico, like, holy cow, they get big moons out here sometimes. You never see that kind of thing.
It's the same size, though. It hasn't changed.
But you know, our perspective of it, where it's like it's filling up the sky.
Huge,
whereas like, I get this. You know what I mean? And so... and to me, that just blew me away. And just to see some of that. And then obviously, when it gets dark, you can literally, like, the only other times I experienced that was literally when I was like up in the mountains and away from, you know what I mean, where we were away as away from civilization as you can be on the East Coast, to experience something like that. So we are truly blessed, the folks that live in this area, to see some of that kind of stuff. And And like even just a couple years ago when they're having these solar eclipses and stuff, that last one, this was one of the best spots to be, was right in this part of the hemisphere.
Yes, when timeanddate.com came from Norway.
Yeah.
To be here. That was amazing.
It's also no question why the Southwest always has had the greatest of observations.
Yeah.
Historically, too. And this is where it's at with regards to exposure to the sky.
Right.
So come be a part. Now, do you guys, how often do you guys meet? Do you meet monthly or?
Yeah, once a month.
Okay. And then you guys,
we're at the college
now.
now.
You currently meet at the college because your old home is no longer available here.
It would not, unfortunately.
So what days? What's the date?
It's the second Thursday of the month at 7 p.m.
Okay, and where at the college?
Well, it was at the OTC, but for October and November it has to be in a different location because they're doing something inside the OTC.
It's more flood repairs.
Oh, okay.
But
doing some work.
Also, we should promote the moon event above all, right? So
right.
we could...
Yes. There's tell us a little bit about the moon event coming up.
So the International Observe the Moon Night.
Okay.
Is this huge internationally, obviously.
That's the international part.
Yeah. And there's clubs and organizations and schools all over the world. You can Google International Observe the Moon Night.
Okay.
You can Google that and see all the locations, and you can type in Roswell, New Mexico, or New Mexico, and it'll show you where there are events, which is really cool. And so ours is going to be on the actual day, October 4th.
Okay.
That's the actual International Observe the Moon night.
Now, is the moon doing something special that day?
No, they just do it every year.
It's almost full.
It's almost full, which isn't great.
But it's just basically saying, hey, come look up at the stars, and it's kind of a reminder to people, say, hey, come look at what's above you.
Look at the moon, right,
gotcha.
right.
Okay, I gotcha.
And so we're going to be at Cielo Grande.
Okay.
And it's for the public.
Okay.
Our moon gazes are for the public.
Excellent.
We actually have one this Saturday.
Okay.
But, this next one is going to be bigger because we're really advertising this one.
Well, and it's
a big event.
Yeah, absolutely. So October 4th.
At 7 p.m.
In, you said Cielo Grande Park.
Yeah, no, just in the parking lot.
Oh, in the parking lot. Okay,
yeah, or along the sidewalk and that kind of thing. So
just see where the people's kind of gathering there over at Cielo Grande.
Right.
Well, the parking lot makes sense because you probably want something solid to put the telescope on.
Right, exactly. And so it'll be from 7 to 8:30 p.m.
Deal.
And we're just going to be setting up there. And
hopefully there's no soccer games or anything out there to turn the lights on.
I mean, if it is, we'll move.
All right.
But it should be fine.
Good deal.
But that's where we normally have our moon gazes. That's where we have our moon gazes.
And they usually it's no problem.
Same location.
Okay.
This is actually a very historical thing to do as well. The ancient courts, especially in the eastern part of the world, would set up time, especially royalty and aristocracy, to gaze at the moon and wonder what it was doing and what it was saying.
Okay.
So it's actually strangely ancestral in many ways to set times to gaze at the moon.
Gotcha.
And also, maybe you could finally see the shape of the face or the man on the moon or the rabbit or whatever.
Catch him in the spots when it's at its best.
See the texture through the telescope of all things, too.
Right.
Well, and that's kind of, when you were talking about the time and everything, it just reminded me, years ago, I was on vacation, I got to go see one of the Aztec villages in Mexico. It was really,
nice.
Really cool to see all that. But at that city, they had a temple, and it literally is set up so when the moon and the sun hit it at a certain time, it shines.
Yep.
And it's and this was done thousands of years ago, and the technology, obviously, that they had back then to achieve that. To me, it's just that blows me away. Now I get it. I know that they were a much more advanced civilization than people sometimes understand. But to me, that still blows me away. It's like, how do you get a stone building, to put it in that exact thing so you know exactly when the moon or the sun or whatever's going to shine through this particular area to achieve your calendar and what you're trying to do. That just blows me away.
It carries into our language, too. Yeah. Monday is Moon Day, even though that's not the day of the moon observation.
No.
And also, when we say month, etymologically, month means moon.
Yeah.
Moon is month.
Yeah, it's all I knew, and I did know that. Yeah, all of our dates and times and count. It's the cycle. It's this is why we
definitely
and believe it or not, this is why the daylight saving when they the time zones and shifting and everything. It's all part of that too. And then don't get me started on equators and then seasons and all. It's another experience I had, and it's not related, but related. I did get a chance to go to Australia when I was a teenager through Scouts, and so when we went to Australia, first thing we land at the airport, and you have to go to the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom, and all of a sudden we're Scouts. All of a sudden, everyone's like, "Whoa, cool! What's going on with the toilet?" Everything. And I realized the water's going the other way, and it's like it gravitates to the hemisphere, south of the hemisphere, and it's like, man, the science is all over here. It just things that you're so used to seeing a certain way being different in a different part of the world sometimes,
right.
and astronomy is very much that way, and what you see and what at different times of the year, because it's different seasons,
Definitely.
Where, it's winter up here, it's summer down there, and so what they're seeing in the skies is different, and so that all that. To me, connects. So
the tides, even apparently people's moods,
Sure.
So many people
Right.
believe in it.
That's why, the full
werewolves.
moons and all that begat all the werewolf stories, myths and legends and stories and everything else. And so.
Well, maybe they have International Observe the Moon Night in October because.
Halloween. You know what? It's 'tis the season.
That's right. But you also don't want to gaze at the stars a lot through the telescope if it's too hot because of the waves.
Okay.
The airwaves.
Okay. I never thought about it that way. 'Cause I know
because you don't see, because it affects the telescope.
Really?
So in October, it's really good because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right.
Didn't realize the temperatures affected your viewing that much. That's interesting.
It can.
Interesting. So is it better to view in cold?
A lot of times,
or does it go the other way too? If it's really cold, that don't help you
who
either.
likes to view in the
Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, as far as visually, is it going to affect it?
It's actually better.
I mean,
there's not as much noise in the air for one, and I think with the heat, it's basically the telescope's a giant magnifying glass.
Gotcha. So yeah, it's kind of like burning ants, huh?
Yeah. Except I guess it would be your eye.
Right.
You have two.
Yeah, that's right. That's why they gave you 10 fingers and two in case you mess one up. Yeah, but it does sound like a lot of fun. So please, if your first time, make your first time October 4th. Come out to Cielo Grande and participate. I imagine right around dusk time, so 7 o'clock there will be a good time.
Yeah, we'll be setting up earlier.
Yeah, get out there about 6:30 or so, and then you can chit chat and meet and talk to some people in the daylight. And then by the time it gets good and dark, you can spend your time looking and not talking.
Well, we won't be out there at 6. But
we'll get you a spot, get you a lawn chair. We're going to camp people out. We're going to make this like a rock concert. Bring your blankets, camp out.
There you go. There you go.
Plenty of space you can spread out there. Bring a picnic. Be good. Be fun.
In theory, you can observe at any time. But
you could.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a means to get together to observe.
Exactly.
Right.
But I mean, the view's better when it's dark. So.
Right. And hopefully the weather will cooperate.
If we all stare at it
Yeah.
hard enough, then maybe something crazy will happen.
There you go.
Like a moon dog. I don't know if you know what those are.
No.
Those are when rings form outside of the moon.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen them. Those are gorgeous.
Okay. I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would
not
be
naked
a
eye.
true blessing.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Because you do astrophotography.
Yeah, I've worked on that.
Oh wow! So I imagine you probably have cameras and equipment that probably cost more than my house.
Well, no, I do a lot with some modest equipment.
Okay.
I have to work really hard to
I
make it
understand
happen.
bare bones. Well,
Yes.
good news is they keep making better iPhones, so that helps.
Isn't that crazy?
But no phone can ever shoot the moon. It's the most frustrating thing. Yeah.
So they can get a lens that shoots out about, I don't know, 10 feet.
I think they would make a whole nother lens just for moonshots.
Yeah, it'd have to be a Dr. Seuss-esque type thing shooting out. But in the meantime, please come and like I said, come be a member. If you want, come to the monthly meetings. That way you get access to some of our other viewing locations. And the best part is the wealth and knowledge and camaraderie of all the other astronomy club members. So you can share that information. Hey, maybe you're new to town and this is what you do and you study it. Well, there's a bunch of other people that like the same thing you do. Come on to their next meeting here and come learn about our neck of the woods and our star parties and things out here.
And a lot of people have telescopes and they don't know how to use them. So if they bring them to a star party, if they join, they bring them to a star party, somebody can help them.
You can actually get your money out of this telescope here.
And periodically we'll have...
And it's harder than you think. It's not like, when you know what I mean? Like if you're just looking through binoculars, so I'm just just point and shoot.
Oh, you can look through binoculars.
But you know what I mean? As far as tracking and finding things, like that was one of the biggest things. I'm like, all right, I'm and then they give you that little zeitgeist. And now, granted, I had a rudimentary, nothing fancy here, but I'm like, I want to look at that star, but I can see it there, but I can never line it up here. And that's,
it's always moving.
Yeah.
It's just so tricky.
It's just hard to line it up. And the first time, I just thought it was going to be easier the first time. And I'm like, oh, this is different. It was like, even the moon is big, but I still like, all right, it's got to give me a minute to find the moon in this thing. Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
But once you get
there, and then the payoff's there.
Exactly.
And I'll never forget, and because the telescope I did have, like I said, it was not but it did have the deal so you could look at like solar eclipses and that filter on it and stuff. So I did get to see one or two eclipses through it as well too, and it was pretty cool. Before I grew up in there's that certain point in life where you had things as a kid and they just disappeared. You know where they went.
Right.
That telescope went that way. I don't know if they just secretly threw things away when I moved out. I don't know.
Maybe.
One day I'm like, where did and it's gone.
Went to the farm.
It went to that. Yeah, but if you've had that experience and want to come, whatever it is that draws you, come out and be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, what's your favorite planet? I mean, you can tell us.
Start there.
Right.
Speak about it.
And if you've never seen Saturn through the telescope, it is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm telling you, it's way different than going on the internet and looking at pictures of it.
Definitely,
to see it,
it's like
kind of unfiltered through the telescope.
No, this is real.
Yeah,
exactly.
Look up.
Yeah, and by the way, it's unfiltered with whoever digitally manipulated or whatever they did. You're seeing it through the naked eye as it is being presented to you. And
it's kind of like seeing the Grand Canyon in a picture and then going to the Grand Canyon.
It's not the same.
Two totally different things.
Yeah, it's not the same. When you're standing there and you're like, I can't see the bottom.
I know. And Saturn, Jupiter, all of those.
Yeah.
It's surreal. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It really is there. It's
just
not
imagine,
just,
none of us will probably get that chance, but just imagine if you're out there and you're like sitting, you know what I mean? Just like assuming in your spaceship or spacesuit or whatever there, and just sitting there and you're like, here's Saturn. Like I'm looking at it, there's a ring just, I mean, how crazy would that be?
A lot of it's intriguing as well because of the seasons of what we can only see because it's right now.
Sure.
Right.
So the temporal or temporary nature of what the sky's presenting to is always changing. It's always interesting to see this is just right now.
Yeah.
When Mars is the closest it's going to be for 5,000 years or something crazy like that.
I'll be very curious how much our knowledge of Mars changes when we finally go there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like once we finally
step foot,
dedicate and start sending a manned mission to Mars. When are we gonna? What new things? I mean, yes, we've sent the robots. We've got a pretty good idea what it looks like and seeing and all that. But to feel it, to experience it, you can read gauges all day, but to sit there and be in it.
How much these things change too? Because when this club started, I mean, in the 50s, no less, everybody was talking about the Martians.
Yeah.
And
right.
So, I mean, that's what we were thinking.
Meet Marvin.
Exactly.
And recently they claimed that they saw the first indications of biome of ancient life, like lichen.
They're seeing bacteria, plant life, and things that obviously they're not seeing little gray men or green men around, but they're seeing plant life, things that the existence of life.
But also in 50 years, who knows what we'll be saying? Maybe we'll be back to the Martians again.
But then who's to say their climate doesn't evolve and change? And next thing you know, like you look at Earth, and obviously I don't want to get political here, but our impact on it changes what it does and things like that. And so what's going to happen in Mars? Are they going to experience who knows, an ice age event or, you know what I mean?
Right,
we have these kinds of things.
Some tectonic activity all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's just, or what happens, and, it's when you think about it, you get deep, and this is where you could go down literally the rabbit hole, but it's like you don't realize how it's all connected and how this and that, and you look at the sun and, just if that thing just does its off thing a little bit, it impacts the whole everything that around it, the ripple effect that creates. And you don't realize how much of a dance life is sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
And how uncanny it fits.
Yeah.
I mean, when we see that eclipse and the moon and the sun are directly proportionate with each other.
Right, which is bizarre.
That is so,
I mean, it's like...
it's wondrous.
Yeah.
If not divine.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So come learn about it. Come experience it. Come dip a toe in it here.
Right.
And
Check
be a
out
part
the
of it.
International Observe the Moon
Yeah,
Night.
and that'll be October 4th. 7 p.m. at Cielo Grande. If you have a telescope, bring it. If you don't, no biggie. Come on down anyway.
We will have telescopes.
And come one canal, doesn't cost anything. Bring your family, bring the kids, bring everybody. And if you want to learn more about the Astronomy Club, you can come to the event, and like I said, they'll have plenty of people that can sign you up or talk to you more about it here. And then the bug is taking its bite. You get it.
Exactly.
Do you guys have a Facebook page?
We do.
Okay, just probably look Roswell Astronomy Club on Facebook. You
Just
can
Google us and you'll find
you can Google that too.
Yep.
And that way you can.
We have a website as well, and it
excellent.
has all the events.
Good deal. That way you can stay up to date and kind of put them in your Google calendars or whatever you use for that, or don't, depending on your
And the
organizational
International
skills.
Observe the Moon Night is also on our website.
Yeah, and that way, and if you want to, do some digging on what that is, and then of course that day come out to the event, but then go to the websites and things and go see what the moon looks like at other parts of the world too, online there too, as part of it too. So good deal. Did we get it all for now?
Well, our next meeting is the second Thursday.
Okay, so that'll be here in about 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it'll be out at
Thursday at the
NMR
college.
campus. If you have any questions, shoot a message on the Facebook page or
they can email me
very good.
at pbohlin2016@gmail.com.
Same one if you want to go to Camp and Vintage.
Exactly.
Well,
but that's in June.
Yeah, that way we're a few months out from that
That's
for
right.
this year. But very good. Well, thank you guys, and
All right,
we'll
thank you.
see you. We'll see you next time. And
Hope to see you there at the
it'll be
International
fun.
Moon
Definitely
Observe the Moon Night.
I'll be hiding. No, I was kidding. It'll be dark. You won't see me. I'll be hiding.
And that's
Just
right.
kidding. But thank you guys.
We'll see you.
That's right. Yeah, the beacon that is the Chrome Dome will give me away.
The moon will reflect.
That's right. People start pointing telescopes at my head. No, that's not the moon. Go that way. There's like hair on the moon. No, that's not it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, 7:56. Let's get you into news and a quick break before more news. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. Artesia City Council this week, busy agenda. The council approved a land swap agreement with the school board. In the deal, the board will get property at Roberts Park for the site of a new school. And once the school is built, the existing Roselawn School property will then be given back to the city. After that, Mayor John Henry said he would like to have a discussion regarding motorized scooters in Artesia. He says citizens have complained to him about the safety concerns of the motorized scooters. No action was taken. Other council news, the city's infrastructure director says the 26th Street project is on track to be finished by the end of next month. The current phase is working on 26th from Grand to Washington. The next phase of the project will move to the area between Washington and Ray. And the council has also approved moving trick-or-treating in Artesia from October 31st to November 1st. This is due to the Bulldogs football game on Halloween. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Amazon has reached a $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, which said the online retail giant tricked customers into signing up for its Prime memberships and made it difficult for them to cancel after doing so. Former top economic officials appointed by presidents of both parties urged the Supreme Court on Thursday to preserve the Federal Reserve's political independence and allow Lisa Cook to remain as the central bank governor. The justices are weighing an emergency appeal from the administration to remove Cook, while her lawsuit challenging her firing by President Donald Trump proceeds through the courts. Starbucks is closing hundreds of stores in the U.S., Canada, and Europe and laying off 900 non-retail employees as it focuses more of its resources on a turnaround. The average rate on a 30-year U.S. mortgage ticked up this week. The rate rose to 6.3% from 6.26% last week. That's according to mortgage buyer Freddie Mac. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Gone. Those militias in Iraq, well, they're still deterred. And their leaders, if they attack Israel, will also be gone. And for Iran's top military commanders and its top atomic bomb scientists, well, they're gone too.
Prior to his speech, delegates from several countries walked out. Erica Kirk, the widow of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, will be on national radio today. She'll appear on her late husband's Salem Radio Network talk show beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, heard on many of these same stations. Speaker Mike Johnson is flipping the script on Democrat leaders with a staunch warning against a government shutdown. Here's correspondent Bernie Bennett.
Speaker Mike Johnson released a memo earlier this week highlighting past year's comments by Senate Democrats warning of the pitfalls of a government shutdown. Johnson wrote, quote, Senate Democrats who used to warn that shutdowns would hurt seniors, veterans, and working families are now threatening to force one unless Congress repeals a working families tax cut, restores taxpayer-funded health care for illegal aliens, and sends $500 million to leftist news outlets, among other partisan spending demands. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
It's a booming session on Wall Street in early trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up close to 400 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you...
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
For the murder of 13-month-old Amora Carson. Prosecutors say Malam savagely beat and strangled the little girl in a, quote, exorcism to expel a demon from the child's body. Jason Walker reporting.
President Trump says foreign manufacturers of furniture and cabinetry are flooding the U.S. with their products and the tariffs must be applied for national security and other reasons. He announced import taxes of 100% on pharmaceutical drugs, 50% on kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities, 30% on upholstered furniture. He also says foreign-made heavy trucks and parts are hurting domestic producers. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A big meeting has been called for top U.S. military commanders.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has summoned hundreds of the military's top generals, admirals, and advisors for a meeting next week at the Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. The directive did not offer a reason for the gathering, and people familiar with the matter described the move as unusual. The plan was first reported by the Washington Post and confirmed by at least 3 sources to the Associated Press. The Pentagon's top spokesman, Sean Parnell, also confirmed that Hegseth will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. I'm Jennifer King.
A woman has sued over Universal Orlando Resort, claiming that she was injured on a roller coaster at its newest theme park. Sandy Streets filed a negligence lawsuit Wednesday in Orlando, 1 week after a man died from injuries on that same ride. Streets says she was invited to Universal's Epic Universe theme park before it officially opened back in May. You'll find more on these stories at townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The deuce. Of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
Is it though?
It
No,
will be.
it will be. We're right there on the, that one scene in not even like the new one, but the original Twister, where they're right at the edge of the eye, and like the scene, with the cow and all that. That's us right now.
Yeah.
There's a cow floating right in front of us. We're on the precipice of chaos.
Yes, we are. But we got a lot going on.
Controlled chaos.
Yes, because it's kind of the eye. It's all meeting at the football, got the fair, got just a bunch of the candidate forum. We got everything
coming at you from every side.
Yeah, so it's a busy weekdays ahead here kind of thing. So. But football tonight.
Yes, football tonight. I'll tell you this, it is going to make the week after next feel so good. It's going to be just like, there's nothing going on.
Right.
This is nice.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I've just got so much room for activities.
That's right. But right now, not so much.
No.
But yes, please note, Roswell High and Goddard High football games kickoff times have been moved up 1 hour. Kickoff will be at 6 p.m. for the Roswell Coyote matchup in Santa Teresa and the Goddard Rocket matchup here at home against Gadsden. We will be carrying the Roswell High game right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and live streaming video KSVPTV.com and the Roswell Coyote channel. The Goddard Rocket matchup against Gadsden will be on our sister station 106.1 FM La Pantera. Also KSVPTV.com in the Goddard Rocket channel. Bulldogs taking on Lovington for homecoming. That game is at normal scheduled time, 7 p.m. At the Bulldog Bowl. We will have that for you on 990 AM KSVP, live streaming video, KSVPTV.com, and the Bulldog channel. So
yes, sir.
There we go. That's all of our football action.
That's
for you
all
for
of it.
tonight.
Oh, and don't forget, next week you can keep up with all of your livestock shows and the big livestock sale at the end of the week of the Eastern Mexico State Fair by logging on to ksvptv.com and checking out the shows at your leisure.
Yeah.
Enjoy your meat goats and your dairy heifers and your wild rabbits and all that.
Yep. We'll have all those shows to tell your out-of-town friends and family, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, cousins, go watch them.
Yeah.
And because we get a lot of folks from all out of state and everything watching there. I'm going to assume family, showing animals at the fair and things like that. So.
Or, and hear me out,
Yeah.
livestock enthusiasts.
It could be.
I mean, maybe there's just some dude in like Canton, Ohio who's just like really into dairy heifers.
Right. Something about swine. Just
Right.
look good looking swine.
There's a guy in Zimbabwe who's logged into the meat goat show now just thinking about what if.
With Creed playing.
What if?
Sorry.
There's brick cheese on my head and I'm thinking.
Yes. But yes, so we'll have all of that for you next week here. And then the livestock shows, don't forget, and parade's on Monday, 10 o'clock.
And speaking of coming by and gazing at livestock, we'll be out broadcasting live from 6 to 8 p.m. nightly at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Yes.
Over on our sister stations, 92.9 The Brand and La Pantera, 106.1.
Yep. You and Digger will be different nights. You guys will be out there. You'll be out there 2 or 3 nights, and Digger will be out there 2 or 3 nights next week too. So.
And Miss Claudia will be out there pretty much every night.
Yeah, she'll be moving into the fair.
I think she's actually going to take up residence.
Yeah, she's going to squat at the trailer for a week.
I'll tell you this: if you, we're going to have it hooked up to the Ginny. If you can get yourself a hot plate,
a
hot plate and like a sleeping bag, you can pull it off.
Oh, absolutely. There is bathrooms nearby.
Yeah.
I don't know about showers.
No, well, I mean, it's going to rain probably at some point.
Just bathe in funnel cake.
Yeah. No, what you do, the move is every, mid-afternoon or so, you give yourself a break. You go over to the truck stop and get yourself a shower.
There you go. Or when it starts raining,
fancy showers.
When it starts raining, grab you a bar of Zest or Coast or Ivory, whatever you're into.
Hey, that's true carny living right there.
Just let it
What's that? It's raining? Get the soap, Ethel!
Get the Ivory. The one that floats.
Yeah.
But don't do that. They fair people frown upon it.
Get my body wash.
The fancy one, the herbal essence stuff.
The 3-in-1.
Give me that.
You're going to tell me that this one bottle of soap washes my body, my butt, and my hair?
Hey, ladies, you don't get it. Y'all spend what? $50 on one bottle of shampoo, another $50 on a bottle of conditioner. Lord knows on the soap. Try it, fellas. For like $8, we get all of that in one bottle.
Man's favorite phrase is -in -1.
And I don't even need 2 of the 3 anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can have
that.
it.
You know what? It's a dome wash.
Yeah. Actually, no. I still use the
wax
of shampoo conditioner combo
you?
on there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still got your follicles and
for your scalp.
You got your upper dorsimus.
Yeah. Well, and I was told that in basic. Like they said, we shave your head and everything, but continue to use shampoo on your head. They said for your skin, scalp. I don't know. They told me that way back then. It's always stuck in my head. I don't know. That's what they said. You just do what you say back then. Okay.
Shampoo to my real friends, and I'm real poo to my sham friends. But yeah, that makes sense. You got to keep your follicles fresh. Do you is there a specific brand that you adhere to?
No. I think it's Dove right at the moment.
Nah.
Yeah, Dove Men's Care,
There you go.
body wash, and no, I think it's just hair and conditioner. Sorry,
Yeah.
not body wash.
That's the thing. You're really getting into dollar store territory when you go into shampoo and body wash.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
How much time are you really trying to save? You're just start at the top and work your way down.
Not that anybody cares, but I'm a bar soap guy.
I am too.
Yeah.
I don't. Here's the problem I've always had with body wash is I can never get it to rinse clean.
I'm just tired of spending half the bottle on one thing because I keep filling up the little squishy thing or whatever it is.
loofah?
And so, like the bar soap is just, I can get it into all the same crevices.
It's funny how you'll find yourself falling down random rabbit holes on like shorts and TikTok or whatever. I watched a guy grow his own loofah the other day.
Ew.
He like grew his like you can, it's a plant.
Yeah.
You can grow it, and he like grew it and like cut it and dried it, and then it showed like a clip of him like washing his bag. I was like, you just, I mean, you can, they're $1.
Right. Right. I mean, yeah.
What time and environment are you? They're $1 at the store.
He churns his own butter too, I bet.
Right?
Yeah, some things you can do yourself, but technology has said, you know what?
Yeah.
We don't need to do that anymore.
Just because one should or can doesn't mean one should.
I mean, like riding a horse to work, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, one could, but why?
Yeah.
You ain't got a car now.
That's true. Although it is interesting how many places in Roswell have horse tie-ups.
Sure.
Like, it's just at random, you'll just see like
the gas station.
A bar. Like, just a spot to tie up your horse. I saw, I can't remember where I was going. It's like Cowboy Cafe or somewhere. And they had like one of those boot cleaners at the door where you get the burrs off.
You see them on military installations a lot. I get. Matter of factly, out of the base, there's still some.
Yeah,
and it's such a reminder of base life when I see the boot shining thing outside someone's door.
Not even the shine shot or the shine station, but like just that thing with all the bristles.
Yeah,
on
the
it
brush thing. The brush
to get all the burrs off.
That they sit them on. They you see that a lot of military bases for shoes and because. You know, people like to look at your shoes a lot on the military.
Yeah, for some reason.
So, I think our guest is here.
For a place that has to make a lot of eye contact, you guys do look down a lot.
Yes. You care a lot about my shoes. I think our guest is here, I believe. I haven't heard who's here, but we have someone from the Chaves County Sheriff's Department going to join us here in just a few minutes. Give us our Charles Eastla's here? Okay, cool. Charles is here. So Charles Eastla's here, and we will chit-chat with Charles here in just a bit. We'll also get you up to date with news of the local variety, Wall Street business update, whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. But first, your weather. Some sun, some rain, all of that coming your way in some way, shape, or form over the next few days.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine coming our way for today. Late today and into tonight, there are some hit or miss shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast. Highs are ranging from the upper 80s to the low 90s. If you're able to get a storm going, it may produce some heavier rain. Cloudy as the night goes on, or low to mid 60s. A few more showers with thunderstorms bubbling up through Saturday into Saturday night, and some additional chances for heavier rain. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently 60 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 67%. Winds are calm at the moment. We are looking at a 20% chance we could see some rain showers after 3 o'clock today. Mostly sunny otherwise, and a high of 88, south winds 5 to 10. No talk of rain tonight, but mostly cloudy skies, 61 for an overnight low, south winds 5 to 10. Now, for Saturday, we're looking at a 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, 83 for a high tomorrow. I do dig these temps. These 80s and 70s, that's pretty awesome. Winds are going to be out of the south, 5 to 10. Our chance of rain bumps up to 50% Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low 61, south winds 5 to 10. Sunday, we're also looking at a 50% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, 78 for a high. 30% chance of rain Sunday night with an overnight low of 58. And then a 20% chance of rain before noon on Monday, hopefully before 10, because the parade's at 10. So maybe hopefully before 10. But otherwise, mostly sunny and 81. And then, at least what I'm seeing right at the moment, no talk of rain after Monday morning. Everything is mid 80s Tuesday, upper 80s Wednesday, low 90s by Thursday of next week. So, but no talk of rain. So we'll see. It is the fair. It pops up. It just does. All right. It is 8:18. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break. And then Under Sheriff Charles Eastlas will join us here in just a few minutes from the Chaves County Sheriff's Office. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
The Eastern New Mexico State Fair is here September 29th through October 4th. Join L&E Feeds, 92.9 The Brand, and La Pantera 106.1 FM, along with KSVPTV.com for nonstop fun with live music from Mickey Cruz, Austin Van, Al Hurricane, and Josh Ward, plus the rides, the food, and so much more. Be sure to log on to KSVPTV.com for live stream and on-demand video of the 4-H and FFA livestock shows. Don't miss the grand reopening of Lissia and Echo Feeds September 30th through October 3rd with special guests each day, featuring the latest in ag technology and their famous bucket sale. L&E Feeds, a proud sponsor of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Visit Bush Appliance in Roswell to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator, with a flexible capacity so you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Bush Appliance in Roswell and get twice the washer that you have at home. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
So where do you find hope? Our world seems to have just a little bit of hope right now. Colossians 1 reads, "The faith and love that spring from the hope stored up for you in heaven." The only eternal hope comes from the saving grace that Jesus offers, which results in the hope of heaven. We get a taste of the promise of heaven now, so we can have hope in the future. An old hymn has these words, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. His oath, his covenant, his blood supports me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay." What a great song, and what a great message. I hope you'll join us as we try to find hope in what God has done.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, Undersheriff for the Chaves County Sheriff's Department, Charles Easel's back with us. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How's life in the Sheriff's office this morning?
It is in the fast lane.
It is.
It's nonstop. We're taking applications. We're always taking applications. We have a couple of positions to fill.
Good deal.
And so we are.
That's always a fluid thing, because like even when you guys are quote unquote everyone's at capacity, you're always taking up, because it's constantly moving. You get someone retires, or
it's fluid,
or life happens. There's always just a change in personnel from time to time.
That's right.
So
exactly.
So they're always taking applications. So please, if you're wanting to start the process, please come down to the sheriff's office, talk to somebody, and they can even get you ready. As
Absolutely.
you get ready for the physically, mind wise, as far as learning everything you need to do to pass the exams and all that stuff. They do all that before you even set foot in a police academy or anything like that.
We've really come a long way. Back whenever I started, this is in the late 90s, you had to do all that on your own, and understandably, you're applying for a career, not just a job. You're applying for a career. So it was up to you to bring everything to the table with you when you got there. That means being able to pass the physical fitness,
right?
The written, the psychological, and things like that.
Sure.
Now, what we do is, if you put forth a good effort and you come close to what the qualification times and amounts of push-ups and sit-ups per minute are, then we will give you a shot, because we want to invest in you just like we want you to invest in the
absolutely. Your goal is to improve.
That's right.
It's very similar to military basic training, where, and for folks that's never done that, like when I went in, before I went to basic, I was with my recruiter. I have to check in every few weeks, and they would do things like drill and stuff to prep you for basic. It's no different with a sheriff's office or any law enforcement agency. And they kind of do the same thing. And
we will actually take you out after you get hired and everything. We'll take you out, and you'll have PT every day. It'll be just like middle school again. You'll have PE. Part of the day will be your physical training, and that's to get you ready. And the other part of the day will be going over the laws. It'll be a lot of studying. And so it's prep, not for the career necessarily, but more so for the academy. And to get you prepared for that type of lifestyle for at least the next four and a half months. And then we'll work on the rest.
It's help with that transition and change.
Yes.
Because obviously it's, there's a lot get put on your plate in that time. Oh, by the way, you're also living in a different environment, and so you got that on top of, oh, by the way, I got to learn all this, be get in shape, and
a lot of stressors.
And I would imagine too that, like, when you're here at this stage, it's usually a couple people. It's not one. So and that means you can work with each other, help each other out, hold each other accountable.
A team.
Exactly. And so you study buddies and workout buddies and all that kind of thing. You start getting that type of stuff. So please, if you're interested, come down to the sheriff's department. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk, and let's get the ball rolling and start that process.
We'll pay you to work out. And that's the best thing about it. We pay you to get in shape to go.
It gets you a real feel of the job too.
It does.
Because obviously the sheriff's department is investing a lot of time and energy in you, but you too are investing a lot of time and energy in it. And this period really gets for a chance for you to decide, is it worth it, the time for me to invest that time and energy? Do I like
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not a job.
Because I imagine
you
get to go on ride-alongs and everything else during that time and see what's the day-to-day life of a peace officer in Chavez County like, And
I always say, and I love this job. I love this career. And I always say, even the bad days are great because you learn something from them. Now, that's taking away from anything traumatizing or anything that's been catastrophic. But even a bad day, someone tells you, to heck with you, or this or that and this and that. Well, it goes back to, and not everybody's happy with law enforcement. Not everybody's happy whenever they get stopped.
Absolutely.
Because you're talking to them and dealing with them at a time when they're
either inconvenienced or nervous, or now they
that's right.
And by nature,
that's right.
Even if you did nothing wrong, people get nervous around people of authority and things, and so you got to, but that's all part of the training of a law enforcement officer. How do you tell the difference between someone's just generally nervous around police officers versus they're nervous because they're hiding something?
Well, exactly, and and it goes back to. When you take the wind out of the sails, so to speak, and whenever someone would, even now, if they don't agree with me and they're upset or something, I tell them, you know what, that's okay. I will continue to defend your civil rights to disagree.
Absolutely.
We don't have to agree, but we can do it amicably.
Sure.
We can do it without violence. We can do it without,
And this is the thing that I like to remind folks when you do come across a traffic stop or whatever, and you're not going to solve the case on the side of the road.
Yeah, we're not going to debate it there. Exactly.
And so, okay, if you have an issue with the citation or anything, this is why you have a day in court.
That's right.
And this is when you work that out. The side of the road to argue with the cop is not the time to do it.
That's right.
The time to do it is when they give you the summons and you say, all right, I'll go and talk for the judge on that day. And then the judge, and guess what? You're going to have a fair shake. The judge will probably, because now, granted, law enforcement, they do a great job. They got their P's and Q's crossed and dotted, all that good stuff. But yeah, sometimes perspective, and you know what? I'm going to take a stab. Officers have bad days too, and if they're
Absolutely.
in a mood and they were maybe okay, maybe they were a little over the line.
We're human
on this.
beings.
Yeah,
we all are exactly
but the judge,
the same.
That's where the judge comes in and says, you know what, you're right, not the officer.
That's it.
But that's where that's determined.
And I tell people all the time, don't do the PA, don't do the penalty assessment.
Yeah.
Do the court because it's not about the money. It's not about the fine. It's about the correction of the action.
Sure.
So a lot of times you may be looking at a deferred sentence. You may be looking at, there's a lot of options to do versus paying that chunk of money. It's not about the money. It's about the corrective action.
And I can tell you, just the world we live in and the court legal side is they want to take the path of least resistance as well too. If you're not a problem, they want to do the minimal thing to get you whatever taken care of, and then you along your day. They don't want to tie up your time any more than would tie up their own time.
Exactly.
Now, if you're one of these folks that's regularly in there and all, but if
frequent
it's just,
flyer,
well, yeah, but a one-off thing, you go in there, they're going to work with you. Because trust me, the last thing the DAs and these people want to do is deal with a bunch of this kind of stuff
all day
when
long.
They've got tons of real murder cases and real legal issues to deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more important legal issues to do, I should say.
Exactly. Things are a a little more time pressing and things like that.
So it is to your advantage to go and talk to the judge and pursue these and seek alternative justice or sentencing for these types of things.
Yes, absolutely. I see you rubbing your haircut.
I am.
I will, and you know what? That reminds me. I'll tell everybody right now.
Yeah, he's shaggy today.
Please forgive me. I am shaggy. I'm looking right at the camera. I am shaggy today. I have an appointment at 9:30 to get shaved and
you should get
the head shaved and everything.
You know how they have just for men to get rid of gray? They should have just for gray.
Just
for men that are bald. Yeah,
how about just for bald?
And it makes your hair look like it's bald, even though it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and like we were talking earlier, I always said, "Oh Lord, I don't care what color it turns, just don't turn loose."
Yeah.
Well, if you see, it's dark.
Yeah.
But it's not everywhere it should be.
See, and this is where I get like you a lot too, but mine's all gray and white, so it hides way better. Mine's not dark anymore. Occasionally I get a few in the beard here, but yeah, the brown hair is now my chest and all that, those places, but where it's gray. Right here,
if I could do a transplant, or just a comb over, but it would take me a year to get the comb over.
Yeah.
Or better.
Whatever hair they put in your ears and eyebrow, put that back up here.
Yeah, that you can't burn that. Yeah. You can't kill it.
Oh yeah, well it's like made of barbed wire or something, and it grows overnight. Like it's not there, and then next morning there's an inch of it.
Exactly. Yeah. A quick story, and my father would probably kill me for telling this story on the air. But years ago, this is many years ago.
Don't tell his dad if he's not listening. Don't out him.
Yeah, or confront him about it. If
there you go.
See him.
Or embarrass him. Catch him at breakfast next time. Yeah.
My mom woke up and this has been many years ago. She woke up and there was she said there was black smudges on the pillow.
Uh-oh.
And she thought maybe my dad had been bleeding in the middle of the night or something from his head. And
got a head wound.
Yeah. And so she looks at it and she, Charlie, what's going on? And he said, oh, no, that's nothing and everything. Well, come to find out, he had a meeting the next day and he didn't have time to get in, and he was a school principal. He didn't have time to get in for a haircut, so he trimmed it up himself. Well,
self-barbering never ends well.
He gouged a spot. And, we as men are geniuses. We keep trying to tell everybody that.
There's a reason why duct tape is a multi-million-dollar industry.
Right. So in his genius thinking, he looks around and he sees the shoe polish.
Nice.
And so he takes the black shoe polish and kind of dabs the gouged spot out. Well, when he went to sleep, of course, it came off on the pillow, and we've never let him live it down since.
Well,
then.
if he lit it on fire, rubbed it a little bit, it'd be shiny.
He might have got a wish. Who knows? Exactly.
Like shiny boots.
That's what that kind of reminds me of right there. So, yes, absolutely.
I would imagine Mom was not too thrilled that you had to wash the pillowcases.
I think she threw them.
Yeah,
they're just
shoe polish is not exactly
done.
the most easy to come out, but. Well, shoot. How long do you have to do that? Because hair don't grow back overnight.
I know.
Do they make like a sliver tube?
I think he just had to live with it until it came back. I don't know.
So if you see his dad today, it's like, hey, your spot needs a buff.
Yeah. Tell him, hey, your head sure does look look shiny like your shoes.
Let me get my shine box and clean that up for you.
That's right. That's right. I think I'm going to just give him a bottle of shoe polish for Christmas or something.
Just give him a brush.
Absolutely.
It's like, hey, to comb your hair, I got a shoe polish brush.
Yeah, here you go. Let me buff that for you, Paul. Absolutely.
Yeah, that might lead to a fight.
Yeah. But we also want to let everybody know that we're going to be out at the fair this next week.
Yeah, next week.
We'll be in the parade on Monday.
And they're going to be out looking for people that, drink and drive. And, there's going to be a lot more people and stuff.
Bring thieves and things like that. So please remember to lock your vehicles when you get out to the fair. Make sure your windows are rolled up. Make sure that your purse or your wallet or anything that you're not going to carry with you is locked in the trunk.
And out of sight.
Yeah, out of sight. Because people are sometimes crimes of opportunity.
Yeah.
And they see it they see it through the window. They'll just smack the window and grab it real quick.
Use the same logic for like Christmas shopping.
Exactly.
It's same kind of deal. If you got things in the car, keep them out of sight. Put them under the seats, put them in the trunks, put them in places that people can't peer in and see it.
That's right.
And because a lot of times they move on. Certainly lock the doors.
Absolutely.
Because there's going to be people doing the door checking, and then when it doesn't work, guess what?
That's right.
Then you lost your change or whatever else you had.
That's right. When you're out at the fair, pay attention. Don't set your wallet down. Don't leave your purse unattended. Please don't leave your children unattended. Make sure you keep an eye on them. Should you hear an announcement of a lockdown or something like that, a lost child, we will get that information to the fair board, and they'll get it out over the PA.
They have a very good, well-oiled system that
absolutely,
works.
And all exits and entrances will be shut down until we locate that child or
I've
that
been
person.
telling people all week, like if you got kids and stuff, take a picture of them right before they go in the fair and the clothes they're wearing and
what they're
everything
wearing.
else.
Exactly.
That way, if you do have that, you can go up to any law enforcement or any staff member. You show them that
we
picture.
can share that
Actually,
picture
you can text
immediately.
it, and next thing you know,
Yes.
the front gates, the entrances have it within moments, and they've got a current picture of your child, and usually that thing alone can save minutes when finding it.
And a lot of times it's you get sidetracked, and I get it. You run into people that you haven't seen in forever, or you start talking to somebody and your child is right there. And it doesn't take but a second for them to, look, something shiny. And
I think when you go in the commercial building, there's going to have a place where they can get ID bracelets for children.
That is correct.
With your contact information. In case they do get separated, they can look at the bracelet and call you and say, hey, I found your kid over by the ice cream or whatever.
Absolutely.
Thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, find any staff member, any law enforcement official, anybody there at the fair, if you do lose a child or really have any issue, they'll navigate it and get you taken care of.
And above all else, enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Have fun. Don't let little things ruin the day. If somebody gets the parking spot that you were eyeballing from the next row over, it's not a big deal.
There'll be another one.
Let it go. Exactly. There's there's bigger things in the world to worry about. Enjoy the time. Enjoy your families. Enjoy the community.
Yep.
This is I believe this is the best time of the year. I absolutely love this time of year.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a little crisp. We were talking earlier. You get 4 seasons in 24 hours.
Exactly.
It's not the best thing in the world, but the temperature's going to be a little bit cooler. Yeah. It's going to be nicer. You'll be able to smell all the fair food and enjoy your families, enjoy your friends, and have fun.
I gotta be honest. Is like. Because I imagine you'll spend a lot of time out there next week at some point.
I will be out there every day of the week.
Does it get? Because as a guy, I get it. Like if you're trying to not eat everything, you know what I mean. But you're like everywhere you turn, you're like, man, that smells good. I want funnel cake now. Oh man, I want a corn dog. Yeah. Oh, what is that? Fried or? Yeah, I'll take some. I mean, is temptation really difficult that week next week?
Very, very much so. And it's not really even temptation. It's just going and getting it. It's the heartburn and the stomach ache afterwards.
Yeah, you do pay for some of these things. Yeah,
and a lot of times you only get this kind of food once a year. And that's only
you don't get to walk around with a hunk of meat, a turkey, like how
a big old turkey leg.
That's so primal, man.
Barbaric.
Yeah,
so
we don't get to do that without people looking at us funny.
And everything, just walking down that food court aisle, everything smells good. It's just unbelievable.
And what I like to do, because you get so many great local Mexican places, you could literally do taco crawl and just try everybody's different tacos or burritos or whatever, and they're all unique and they're all good.
Just put it on this plate I've got here.
Exactly.
Yeah, just right here on the side.
Right next to this guy's taco. I'm going to eat them all.
Exactly.
I'm an equal opportunity taco eater. I'm going to eat everybody's.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's funny because we have a lot of these restaurants and things right here in town, and sometimes the only time people actually try them is out at the fair. But that's good. It's an opportunity for them to try it. It's an opportunity for those folks to gather up.
But if you do have a hankering and say March, they probably got them right here in town. Exactly. Too, so. Yeah. But please just have fun out there. Be smart about it. Another thing I've been telling people all week is like if your family goes out there and ultimately you do get separated or whatever, before y'all go in, plan a designated meet spot. Like you say, all right, if we get separated, meet at the Ferris wheel or meet at whatever landmark you choose.
Exactly.
The
Something
bathrooms,
everybody
the entrance
can
of the
see.
commercial building, whatever that is. And that way, all right, we lost one of them. All right, everyone rally to the rally point.
That's right.
And we'll get collected and move on and do it. That way you can avoid having to report a missing child and just a few steps there to do that.
And should something occur, please try and stay calm. I understand it's not an everyday thing for a lot of folks, but just try and stay calm. Again, please be patient. Please be courteous. The Roswell Police Department, the New Mexico Mounted Patrol are going to be out there as well. The New Mexico State Police are going to be out there. We're going to be out there. The fire departments, the volunteer fire departments, the ambulance crews. So
and they're all
there's
very
a lot
good
of
at,
absolutely.
I mean, it happens every year.
It doesn't matter what color the patch or the shirt is.
Yeah.
What matters is that we get everything done,
and everybody knows.
So
it's just it's really well done.
It doesn't matter who you come up to. If you need something, look for anybody in any kind of uniform shirt.
And I would even if you need other than safety or I'm just saying. People in uniform know where the good food is. They know where the good. So ask them those things. Hey, where's the best thing to eat right now?
Absolutely.
They'll tell you. Hey, go check out that place.
You might actually see it on their face somewhere.
Exactly. They might be wearing it or holding it.
Yeah. If you get around the ribs and things like that, the barbecue places. Yeah.
I'm just saying, first responders know good places to eat. Always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the parade's scheduled to start at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Again, please use caution. And I'm sure that the parade board and everybody has already said this, but watch the kiddos. Try and keep them from running out to the floats. And
they're
things
not
like
allowed
that.
to throw things from the the floats. They can have people walking by and hand it to you.
Right.
One thing I do we've been talking all week, but also want to mention is again this year the judges for the fair.
Yes.
For the parade. They're not going to be stationed at the courthouse lawn.
Right.
They're all throughout.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Which means you don't necessarily have to, because a lot of people like to conglomerate right there at the courthouse. They would stop. Because that's where the shows were.
Yeah, they would stop and do their skit or whatever they had going, and it would back up traffic and everything.
Exactly.
And it would sometimes create an issue. Now they're spread out throughout Main Street.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, a judge is going to see your float and judge you somewhere along that route within a couple of blocks of each other.
If you're going to just see the parade, you don't have to necessarily go there either. Anywhere between basically where Main and College is and Summit and Main Street.
Summit and Main.
The old Sears for people that been here a minute.
For all of us with this
people who are lacking
that have this old haircut.
Anywhere in that route is a good spot.
That's right.
So now, granted, if you're like, no, I like the shade of the courthouse, by God, then go there. But anywhere on the side of the road.
With the shade comes the crowd.
There you go.
So, it's a give and take.
Yeah, bring an umbrella and lawn chairs, and obviously be courteous of the business owners and ask permission to park and things. I mean, most will probably be cool about it, but
please pick up your
some
trash.
businesses
Don't leave
are
your
trying
trash.
to they're trying to run their business and going on there. So you know what? If it's a restaurant, so go have a cup of coffee or some sandwich or something while you're there.
Absolutely. Keep the dollar local and keep our businesses growing here.
Absolutely, but that'll start at 10 o'clock and then
10 a.m.
and then as soon as the parade's over, the fair opens up and come on down. I think the rides will open up shortly thereafter.
And I think there's a soft opening this weekend of the carnival portion.
Yeah, free preview ride.
Yes.
There's so how it's working is there's no fair admittance fee. That's free.
Right.
You pay as you play or as you ride kind of thing.
I guess per ticket or something.
Yeah, they do have unlimited ride armbands and all that, but the only thing you're paying for is your tickets to ride. In
fact,
fair,
that's all that's open is
the fair is not open. The commercial building is closed. The all those are closed. They will have the carnival food vendors. Yes. A few of the locals may open up. That's their discretion. Not, they may or may not.
And I would venture to say they will be open.
Some that are probably, but some may say, no, we're going to start Monday. But they may. But all of that will be, and then tonight and tomorrow. Sunday, everything's dark. There's no.
They shut it all down to get ready.
They're bringing in the animals and doing all that. And then Monday, parade, and then bada bing, bada boom. And the fair is
2025.
Going. Yeah. Go to the fair website, enmsf.com, to get the fair book and find out the matter of fact, Saul's going to join us. Aguilar is going to join us next hour. He'll talk about all the different entertainment for next week. So they've been kind of join us each week. The other thing I wanted to mention is like and follow the Eastern New Mexico State Fair Facebook page.
Yes.
Because ultimately, when the fair's going on, when there's weather or something, live events tend to get moved, or like if there's a concert gets delayed or moved,
and we're
or
expecting
rodeo.
a little weather next week.
Yeah, it's kind of it always happens at the fair.
Yeah.
That's the first place that information goes. Even like we, the radio guys, to tell everybody, we'll go to the Facebook page. Oh, they've shut down this because of this, and so we'll tell everybody.
And if you haven't already, please like and follow the sheriff's office.
Absolutely,
page.
that's a great one to stay
I try
abreast
and the sheriff and I try and update that as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It is just he and I for the most part on that that deal with the Facebook stuff. So we're fielding calls and everything. But
you guys give constant updates and status. Like if there's an incident or something that happened, you're like, hey,
major incidents. We try to get on top of those,
especially out in the county, out in some of the the
weather related,
the more
and things
rural
like
parts
that.
of the areas and things.
Yes,
and, a lot of weather stuff and all that. But it's a great way to stay up to date on that stuff. And by the way, if you were liking it a couple years ago, that's where you would have saw the sheriff's boat trip on his truck during the flood.
And, it's still on there. Anytime you put something out there, it stays there forever. There's an imprint. There's a digital imprint, right?
If you want to see, go boating with the sheriff during a flood, that's on there too.
That's right. He's like, hey, the water's pretty high. We got that. We saw you on the roof, Sheriff. I told him, I said, hey, does this mean we're going to get boats? He said, no. No.
I don't know. Well, the Chavez County Pontoon Boat Brigade, I'm thinking we need it.
Yeah, and then I call him, we're talking back and forth that night, and I call him, I said, hey, where you at? He goes, I'm on my roof. And he goes, where are you at? I said, I'm on the other side of the river from you, which happened to be Wyoming Street. It was a street at one time turned into a river next. So it was something to remember.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it wasn't as bad as it could have been with lost lives. But
maybe convince at least one or two of those like bayou skiff boats with the big fan on the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of those we keep on a trailer somewhere.
And you know how it works. Just like the snow blowers or the snow plows, we'll never use it. So then we'll sell it. And then we'll need it.
Then Noah's Ark shows up. The floods show up again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's true.
So
it's true.
But we've got a lot of things going on. One of the things that I did want to bring attention to, and I'm very proud of, is not copying Mike in the morning, but every morning, Monday through Friday, I still have to decide on the time, but I'm going to do a minute in the morning on the sheriff's office page.
Okay, like on the Facebook page?
On the Facebook page. So I'm thinking probably 9 a.m.
Charles's daily thoughts.
Yeah, but, it's going to be just a 30 second blip of what we're going to be doing that day, where we're going to be at that day, the rundown.
Yeah.
And we're going to be putting out major events that are on the schedules and things like that, reminding folks of events that are that day.
Sure.
And I'm hoping that it does a couple of things. One, it gets more information out to the public and reminds people about certain events that are going on.
Sure.
And two, more community action between the law enforcement sheriff's office and the community.
And that's something in yourself and sheriff. That's been their kind of battle cry is, we are part of the community. Our deputies will be at all the community events.
Transparency.
We will be there to serve, protect, or hang out, or all the above, whatever we need to do there. Just to be there as part of the neighborhood.
And the job doesn't stop. You don't. Yes, you protect all the time, but you're also serving all the time. And the serving comes in a lot of different ways. It's not just in the law enforcement aspect. Sometimes it's just helping somebody push their car out of traffic.
Yeah, change a tire.
Sometimes it's changing a tire. Exactly. The sheriff and I were on our way back from I want to say it was Hobbs or somewhere. It's been a couple of weeks ago, and we were in uniform, and we passed this girl on the side of the road, and she's standing there, and she had her jack out and everything, and of course her truck is on the
bar ditch there.
Exactly. And so we turned around and we told her, it's getting ready to get dark here pretty soon. She goes, yeah. And she goes, I'm getting ready to change my tire. So we just, we took care of it. And of course we had to move her truck and everything. And when I say we, the sheriff supervised and, and I give him a hard time about that, and I'm like that, we'll change your tire. And the sheriff's like that. Yes, we will, and
Charles, get on that.
But it's the things like that, because here's what you look at. Here's a person that could have been your daughter,
Absolutely.
your wife, a lot of things.
I'm sure that's exactly what you and the sheriff look like. That could have been my daughter.
Yeah, and it would have been dark within an hour or so. And so, I tell that not for a pat on the back. I tell that because I want people to understand. Put a hand out, and not a fist, but a handshake. And there's other things in the world to be upset about other than a disagreement of thoughts, our
Politics,
beliefs, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yes. And so one of the things that I want to live by, and I want people to think about and live by, is this isn't a race. We're all going to end the same place someday. And it's not a race to see who gets there first or who gets there with the most toys or who gets there with the most money or anything like that. We are a human race. And in order for that to continue, we've got to help each other out. And it's so much people, we see it all the time on Facebook. We've seen it a lot on Facebook where all of a sudden you have keyboard commandos. And it has really lowered people's respect because it allows them to say things they normally wouldn't say in person. And with that, it goes back to...
And I would even make an argument that it puts a dent into people willing to help other people.
Exactly. It gives you a sour thought or a sour taste in your mouth as far as,
I just want... My intentions are good. I want to help somebody, but am I going to get more grief than and that's... And so it's nice to just, it's what happened to the human part about, at the end of the day, everyone says, who are you? And you'll say, I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal, I'm whatever, I'm Latino, I'm white, I'm whatever. What about a human being that's passions and desires and wants? And
Roswellites.
It's all exactly the same.
Travis County residents.
I guarantee you want the best for your family, just like I want the best for my family, and you out there want the best for your family.
Exactly.
That's all the same.
Exactly.
And so let's start there.
Exactly. And it's, be that person that may change that other person's life just in what you say or how you act that day. You just don't know. And it goes back to kind of like we talked earlier with the tickets and stuff. If, for example, if I stop somebody that has expired registration, and they tell me, I'm between jobs, I have a job interview, that's where I just came from, things like that. If I give them a ticket that's $350 or whatever, it's going to put them that much further behind the curve. And my goal is not the money. It doesn't go in my pocket. We don't get a percentage of it. It's making sure that they get their vehicle registered because if they strike somebody else or somebody hits them, it's going to be a problem. So an example of that is I would say, hey, park it. If I see it out again or if any of the other guys see it out again, they're going to tag it.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to get your registration? Oh, it should take me maybe 2 weeks. Okay. In 2 weeks, put it on your to-do list. Come back by. Give the person the opportunity to do it. Now, if they're out driving it and taking advantage of the break that you gave them,
consequences
then
will ensue
absolutely.
There. Yeah.
But it's not about tagging everybody and making money off every single thing.
Yeah.
It's about it goes back to that thing of you sometimes you see how, what are you doing speeding on my highway? No. It's everyone's highway.
Absolutely.
It's not my highway. It's everyone's highway. It's not your fine that you're collecting. Don't take it personal.
Sure.
It's,
and this is probably a lot
and that's
of
on
stuff,
both sides of the badge. Don't take it personal.
And this is the stuff that you and the sheriff and everyone are constantly talking to young deputies and things and saying, hey, this is, look, I get it. I watched Smokey and the Bandit and all these shows like growing up just like you did.
That's an attention getter.
I watched them all too. But that's not how real policing's done. That's not how we communicate and talk to people.
That's right.
This is what it is,
That's right.
You aren't not Judge Dredd out here. And
that's exactly right. And that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And that's one of the things that we strive for is we don't want to be a uniform.
Sure.
We want to make sure people understand.
You want to be a resource.
That's right.
You want to be when someone sees that's a thing of help.
That's right.
That's if I have an issue, whether it's big, small, or something in between,
exactly.
that is a person I can go to for that information. And that's what law enforcement is.
Yes.
It is the serve and protect part of that. That's why that's on the badge. It doesn't say to enforce an empowerment or punish or anything.
To punish or exactly.
That's not what they do.
That's right.
Now, if you get too out of line, then then they got to do those things.
And that's on both sides.
Yeah.
If somebody under the badge treats you in a certain manner or is disrespectful or anything like that, by all means, let us know.
I think it's your civic duty to do that.
Let us know because we cannot correct that action unless we know about it.
And I can probably tell you and assume this, and you can definitely confirm or deny this, but cops that are bad cops, the people that hate bad cops worse are good cops.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm not saying people are bad. There's a mistake made, made. But if there's quote unquote cops that don't get it and are doing all the wrong things,
right?
The good cops hate them the worst because they got to deal with everything that cop's doing out there.
Creating for us. Exactly. And that's the person that we say, oh man,
Yeah.
that jerk. Or
They're
that,
the reason why they hate us, because you're doing stupid stuff. Yeah.
And so, but if we don't know that action or that personality or whatever it is, if we don't know that deputy is acting like that, we can't correct it.
Yeah.
So by all means, we want to know those things because they're an extension of the sheriff.
Absolutely.
They represent the sheriff's office. And we have some very professional young men and women.
Sure.
And that's what we want and that's what we like. And at all times, they should be representing the sheriff's office and the sheriff.
But I will also say this, the chances of you coming across that now are much less common than you would have, say, 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
The police...
We try to...
Police has evolved in how they do the training and things, and so how a police officer, and I don't care what department it is, it's the same.
Exactly.
They're going to come at you a different way than maybe you experienced, like if you 20 years ago and you got a ticket or something like that. It has been that learning, because it's a learning process.
It is.
It's...
And you have to keep up and evolve with the times.
Yeah. And let's face it, it's, we live in different times, and the different things that, how people act, from the law enforcement, but also from the people perspective.
That's
and
right.
what people, just the mindset of people. Whereas I think when I was a kid, people were more apt to be just yes, sir, no, sir, where is now they live in a world where you're taught to challenge everything. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything, but sometimes now it's like, all right.
But why?
Yeah,
but why?
The challenge is now turned into you're just being argumentative.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's the but why? And back in our day, and the sheriff and I and some of the older deputies we were talking about the other day, in our day, it was, if you don't do this, that's it.
Right.
Now it's okay, but why?
Right.
Well, okay,
But it's like
because
dinner.
this is what needs to be done. But why?
It's like dinner. Like when we grew up as a kid, you eat the dinner that you eat. Nowadays, they say that's bad and all that, and don't make them force them to eat and all that.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, I'm telling you, if I didn't eat the dinner, it showed up for breakfast the next morning.
I don't like carrots.
Yeah.
Well,
you
then you're not going to like dinner.
You're not going to like them tomorrow when they're still sitting here.
That's right. You can have them for dinner or you can have them for breakfast.
Yeah,
They taste better at night in the evening.
It's different worlds.
That's right.
Nowadays, that's abuse. Apparently.
That's right. Yeah, that's food abuse. Yeah, exactly. I don't want
So
it.
I'm told it's abuse.
I'm going to punish you with carrots. Absolutely.
But that's and so that changes too in law enforcement. Everything goes. So
it does.
So please be that, and this is that community relationship part whereas the officers and things, but we the people also have to help them help each other.
If you're not a people person, don't necessarily do a people person job.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not being a people person, but there's other things that this is a people person job.
Yeah.
And
Patience.
so with that, if you see the deputies, the officers, anyone out at the fair or the parade this week, or any time for that matter, visit with them,
Absolutely.
stop them, talk to them, talk to them about just if you're interested in pursuing this career. Again, make sure that you go to the website. You can apply online.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's neo.gov or something that we utilize now. And you can apply right there online.
Absolutely.
And it is a process. The average hiring length takes about three months, give or take 4 months. And that goes back to having to schedule the psychological, having to schedule the physical.
There's a lot of legwork done
and things
prior to you going to the academy. There's a lot of work there. And by good reason. Like let's think it from the other perspective. If you're giving the entrusting this person with the duties and things that a law enforcement officer has, you're going to want to make sure that they are worthy of that trust.
Absolutely.
That's what this process is about.
In this career, you're given the ability to take two things from somebody that you can never undo. One is their civil liberty, and the other is their life.
Yep.
And so with that, it's important to be professional. It's important to know what you're doing, and at the same time to make sure that those are some of the last things that we want to have to do.
Yep.
We were talking earlier or the other day, we would much rather talk now, and especially when you get to be our age, fighting was great. It was a lot of fun back then. Now when something kicks off, in my heart, I'm 25 years old. I'm like, oh yeah, come on, I got it. I got it. And in my mind, whenever it gets started, I'm like, I think I can do this. And then about halfway through, I'm like, my body says, you better hurry up.
Yep.
Because now I'm going to be eating ibuprofen for the next, you know.
And I think we've said this before, you
or
and
the
I.
infamous Tylenol.
Yeah,
for the next,
Tylenol.
Yeah, for the next.
Well, I'm not pregnant, so I think I'm okay. But
yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
But I think we had it's the old bull story. Remember the thing?
Yes, absolutely.
The young bull, the old bull.
It's much easier to walk down.
I appreciate the old bull side of the story
right.
much more now than
That's
the young
right.
bull side.
Absolutely.
So, but yes, please, if you are, please talk and come in and then, like I said, if you're out at the fair next week and have any kind of issues, find someone at a badge or any staff. They'll take care of you.
Absolutely.
So, good deal.
Please stop by and visit with us. You never need an appointment. Just come on in. If I'm not available or the sheriff's not available, we'll get somebody that is available for you. Yeah. You're welcome to shoot us a call if you need anything. And again, if you're interested in this career, please go to the website, Chaves County, and apply. We'd love to visit with you.
Like if you love careers where you're really like in a family like atmosphere and have you'll have an extent that's law enforcement.
This is your second
that's first
family.
Responders, any firefighters, EMS, police officers.
That's right.
That's the environment you live in. You have each other's six all the time, and so you really form bonds and relationships with people that you will make with the rest of your life, and you'll come to love and respect the brothers and sisters that you make friends with during your journey as a law enforcement officer. I guarantee.
Exactly. In the words of Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other. There it is.
I'm glad Lester Holt admitted that was Jerry Springer.
That is.
Because Lester Holt says it every night.
Yes.
And then
we heard that a long time before.
And then
that.
he never gave. And then finally, when Jerry died, he said, "I took this." I was like, "Finally, a vindication."
Yeah. Wouldn't give him credit when he was alive.
Like, Lester Holt is stealing his bag, man.
I know.
Yeah, he's but Charles, as always, appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure. Again, if anybody needs anything, we're a phone call away, 575-624-6500.
There you go.
Or you can call me, 575-840-3353. I may not answer right off the bat, but I'll get back to you.
Okay. And for the next 30 minutes, he's getting his hair did.
Yes, I won't be available for the next, probably next hour.
There you go.
I'm going to get the shave and
get the weeds whacked and get everything done.
They have a little bit sharper razor than I do.
That's
so
right. That's
it'll
true.
last a few days longer.
Kind of like, never mind. Little Shop of Horrors. Remember?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Seymour.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Charles.
Thank you very much, everybody. Stay safe and God bless.
We'll see you too. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
All the high-end weapons Ukraine needs, and they can be used in an unlimited fashion. That means that the Russian generals are going to be facing a Ukrainian army with no restrictions. And if you think Russia's having a hard time now with Ukraine, just wait a few more months. This was a game changer.
Senator Lindsey Graham's Complete This Week on Capitol Hill interview will air starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday on the Salem News Channel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has addressed the UN General Assembly in the last hour, speaking via a special hookup to all people in Gaza. Mr. Netanyahu issued the following demand.
So to the remaining Hamas leaders and to the jailers of our hostages, I now say, lay down your arms. Let my people go. Free the hostages. All of them. The whole 48. Free the hostages now.
Encircled by critics and protesters at the United Nations, Netanyahu told fellow world leaders that Israel must finish the job against Hamas in Gaza. Responding to country's recent decisions to recognize Palestinian statehood, Netanyahu said it would encourage terrorism against Jews and others. The Federal Reserve's favored inflation gauge accelerated slightly in August from a year earlier. The Commerce Department reported its personal consumption expenditures price index was up 2.7% in August from a year earlier, up from a 2.6% year-over-year increase in July, and the most since February. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
From a new Earth mapping satellite.
Those images show the Maine coast and North Dakota farmland in incredible detail. The pictures are from a spacecraft that rocketed into orbit from India 2 months ago. The joint U.S.-Indian mission will survey virtually all of the world's land and ice masses multiple times. By tracking even the slightest shifts in land and ice, the satellite will give forecasters and first responders a leg up in dealing with natural disasters. Keith Peters, Washington.
The parents of the only girl still missing from the July flood at Camp Mystic in Texas are demanding the camp halt its reopening plans. Camp Mystic officials said this week they plan to reopen part of the camp and build a memorial to those who were killed in the flood. The plan has drawn complaints from some parents who said they were not consulted. Breaking news at townhall.com. Israel's soccer teams are facing a potential ban from international play.
European soccer body UEFA is moving toward a vote to suspend its member federation Israel over the war in Gaza. People familiar with the proposal told the Associated Press on Thursday. A majority of UEFA's 20-member executive committee is expected to support any vote in favor of suspending Israeli teams from international play, two sources told the AP. The move comes 2 weeks before the Israel men's team is due to resume its 2026 World Cup qualifying group with games in Norway and Italy. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
The UK government has announced that British citizens and permanent residents must have a digital ID card to work. The plan aims to reduce unauthorized immigration by making it harder for people to work illegally. Critics argue it infringes on personal liberty. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm John Scott.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
It is Friday.
Bon appetit. It's indeed, we have finally made it to a Friday morning.
Preview Farron starts tonight. We're gonna ride some rides. Bring your radios. You can listen to football while you ride the rides.
That's right. Or, oh well, no, it's not going to work. I was going to say, or stop by the whole 92.9 The Brand booth. We'll have the football game playing on the screen.
Not tonight.
We won't.
Next week.
But yes, we will have you covered on La Radio and online as well.
Yes. Don't forget, football kickoff times for the Roswell and Goddard matchups have been moved up an hour to 6 p.m. Roswell High, as they travel to Santa T, that game will kick off at 6 p.m. They're trying to beat the weather. Goddard as at home, taking on the Ganston Panthers. That kickoff has also been moved up to 6 p.m. tonight as well. You can hear the Roswell High game right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Live streaming video at ksvptv.com in the the Roswell Coyote channel. You can catch the Goddard Rockets on our sister station, 106.1 FM La Pantera. And then, that's the drink. And then live stream video at ksvptv.com in the Goddard Rocket channel.
Indubitably.
Bulldogs are playing at 7 p.m., hosting Lovington for homecoming, 9:90 a.m., ksvptv.com in the Bulldogs channel. Video there. So we got it all.
We got it all for you.
Did our guest, Saul here?
Guest has arrived.
Good deal.
So let's just pop this open real quick.
Yeah, this is a beverage you tried.
I got this yesterday when I was shopping around for my lunch, and I was like, "Oh, this would be nice." And then I'm like, "Let's see if I can let the willpower win." And
well,
not
I guess
crack
you
this
made
open.
it. It's still not open.
It was tough. I got to the end of the workday. I'm like, all right.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, this is Wild Bill's Apple Pie Oldie. Old with an E at the end, fashion soda pop, which, by the way, I just learned today.
Ye old soda pop.
Ye is actually pronounced the. Apparently, back in the old English, when they wrote the letter Y, was used as an abbreviation for TH. Which is why from now on, I'm going to call him Con the West. But this caught my eye just because it's basically, it sounds like all of the flavors of fall.
Yeah.
It's apple pie flavor. It says it's made for slow sipping.
Ooh, okay.
But this is morning show trying.
All right.
And I don't think that they're going to have a zero version of this.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Probably not.
But there are 170 calories in this can.
Wow.
Yeah, so they don't shirk on the sugar.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be sweet.
It's going to be sweet. I grabbed 3 cups, so Jocelyn, if you want to
going in on the apple pie.
Give this a shot.
Beverage.
Giving it the old sniff test. Now, I'm a fan of the Mexican apple soda. I love that soda. It's like one of my favorites, and that's exactly what that smells like.
It smells like carbonated apple juice.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what that apple soda is. Basically, it's carbonated.
That's what it smells like.
Like that, if you ever get the
apple juice with effervescence.
Around New Year's, if you have youngsters and you get the sparkling cider or whatever,
yeah,
that's kind of what this smells like.
Perry apple.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
And
it's got a
Jocelyn,
color.
You want to come try?
It's got a color of apple juice. So
it does.
That
it actually
color.
looks exactly like that Martinelli's. Do you remember the bottle that you could bite?
Oh, yeah.
That we tried a while back? All right. Not sure if you were in, so I'll pour you over. Oh, no, I understand. Trust me, I completely
Yeah, I'm having one too.
All right, for a Monday, it's a Friday.
Yeah.
So cheers. I enjoy the smell for sure.
Down the hatch. We're slow sipping, right?
Apple pie slow sipping soda. Ooh, that is nice.
Wow.
That is very nice.
That's good.
Smooth yet effervescent. It's not overpowering. It's not overwhelming with the apple flavor.
Like apple pie in my mouth.
You know what I'm tasting?
What's that?
The cinnamon. It's like a big red almost.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's like a smoother big red. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that the bubbles, the effervescence kind of help with that.
Yeah.
I really dig that. That's actually
That's not
really,
bad.
really good.
It's really good. Where did this come from?
This is I got this from Albertsons, and that was $2 something a can. So
$2.
It ain't cheap. But
so for all of us to have one, it'd be $8.
Yeah, $8.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go with Chinese food tonight, but
I think I just drink alcohol.
Well, what's funny is the mixologist in me, I instantly start thinking about 3 or 4 different alcohols that would go really well with that.
Right, like those Red Bull vodka people, I could see them mixing that all up in there and doing that version of that.
That's really
it's not bad.
So thank you,
Pretty good.
Thank you, Wild Bill. You ride again.
It's now at that time. I got I got 2 Big Reds.
Okay.
I got Big Red the beverage and Big Red the gum.
Okay, you got like a red cream soda feel to it.
That time I got both Big Reds.
Both Big Reds.
I feel like it's like a sparkling cider.
I'm waiting for something.
Yeah.
This time I'm getting crust. Really getting a butteriness in that sip.
If apple juice and sparkling grape juice had a kid, it'd be this thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's different.
Worth the wait, I think.
It looks like bubbly pea,
it's a
but that's
very
another.
It looks like bubbly. Like you have a certain way of saying things.
It's a very fall drink.
Michael Bublé
It's
pea.
the
I'm sorry.
essence of fall.
Bublé
Yeah.
pea. I'm sorry.
Still to this day, one of my favorite SNL sketches is Ham and Bubbly.
Ham and bubbly. Yeah. It's pretty good.
There's something about it. As a matter of fact, so next week at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, Austin Van will be performing Wednesday night with 2 shows at 7 and 9.
Yes.
In the 7 o'clock show, he's a ventriloquist. That's the whole bit is in the Ham and Bubbly commercial is there like at the 7 p.m. show, he's a ventriloquist. In the 9 o'clock show, he'll his one-man show will move you to tears. He's like, shouldn't I just sing?
Ham and bubbly. Yeah.
Ham and Bubbly.
I remember seeing that bit. It was pretty good. John Hamm and Michael Bublé, obviously.
I thought he was joking, so I started to laugh. His eyes went black, and he slapped my face.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's still not my favorite.
No.
My favorites are the Blank in the Box and Mother's Day. Those are still my favorite.
Yeah, the Lonely Island really didn't know how to.
Those are still my favorite.
Honestly, that's the most legit. What's his name? See, I just his name just left me.
Sandberg?
No,
Timberlake.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
the famous thing. That's like the most legit he's ever been was when he teamed up with Lonely Island.
But those are my favorite.
Yeah, those are good.
Speaking of entertainment,
yes,
Saul Aguilar is going to join us here in just a few minutes to talk entertainment at next week's Eastern New Mexico State Fair. They got concerts and all kinds of stuff going on next week, so we'll talk about that with Saul here in just a bit. Before we do
last little bit of carbonated pee out of the way.
Get that a little bit. Boobly pee.
Shake.
Boobly pee. That's where we go. Boobly pee. Now it sounds fancy.
Doesn't it?
It does. So, but yeah, before we do all that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine coming our way for today. Late today and into tonight, there are some hit or miss shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast. Highs are ranging from the upper 80s to the low 90s. If you're able to get a storm going, it may produce some heavier rain. Cloudy as the night goes on, or low to mid 60s. A few more showers with thunderstorms bubbling up through Saturday into Saturday night and some additional chances for heavier rain. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 53%. Winds currently out of the south at 3 miles per hour. We have a 20% chance at some showers after 3 today. Otherwise sunny and 88 for a high with south winds 5 to 10. Tonight, skies will be cloudy. Looking at an overnight low of 61 degrees. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, so I think we'll be okay for football. After 3, but not tonight, so we'll see. Please note they did move the kickoffs up to 6 o'clock for Roswell and Goddard tonight, just so you know. For Saturday, we are looking at a 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy. Highs near 83 tomorrow with winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain bumps up to 50% Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 61 degrees. Sunday, 50% chance of rain as well, mostly cloudy, 78 for a high. 30% chance of rain Sunday night. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 58. Monday, there is a 20% chance of rain before noon. So hopefully it's before 10. That would be better. Be done by 10. But other than that, mostly sunny and 81. And I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm looking at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and the rain word is not mentioned at all next week. So, but it is New Mexico weather. Just wait. But right now, we're in the clear. All right, it is 9:16. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break. Then Saul Aguilar is going to join us here on the other side talking entertainment at next week's Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Season tickets and ticket renewals are on sale now for the 67th season of the Roswell Symphony Orchestra. This season promises amazing classical hits performed by renowned musicians and something for everyone. Log on to roswellsymphony.org. and click on the 2025-26 Season Tickets and Renewals tab. Be a part of this historic 67th season. Visit roswellsymphony.org and get your season ticket or renewal with the Roswell Symphony Orchestra. Visit Bush Appliance in Roswell to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator with a flexible capacity so you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Bush Appliance in Roswell and get twice the washer that you have at home. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
The 2025 Eastern New Mexico State Fair is here, September 29th through October 4th at the Fairgrounds in Roswell. 6 days of boot stomping fun at the happiest place on dirt. It all starts with a special carnival preview Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th. Then get ready for the biggest parade in southeastern New Mexico, Monday beginning at 10 a.m. Gates open at noon for a week jam-packed with fun for everyone. Daily shows including extreme illusions and escapes and the mythical creatures. All your favorite foods including Caribbean and Sarah's Mediterranean. Arts and crafts, livestock shows, rodeos, live entertainment from bands Austin Van, Mickey Cruz, and more. And closing out Saturday morning, the Junior Livestock Sale starting at 9 a.m. Log on to enmsf.com for the fair book with everything you need to know. The 2025 Eastern New Mexico State Fair, September 29th through October 4th at the Fairgrounds in Roswell. And paid for by Roswell Lodgers Tax.
So where do you find hope? Our world seems to have just a little bit of hope right now. Colossians 1 reads, "The faith and love that spring from the hope stored up for you in heaven." The only eternal hope comes from the saving grace that Jesus offers, which results in the hope of heaven. We get a taste of the promise of heaven now, so we can have hope in the future. An old hymn has these words, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. His oath, his covenant, his blood supports me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay." What a great song, and what a great message. I hope you'll join us as we try to find hope in what God has done.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Saul Aguilar back with us, wearing his Eastern New Mexico State Fair hat this morning. Good morning, Saul. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
When he's not, running the businesses and doing all the other 37 things he's got going on in his world. He's out serving here on the fair board. And, of course, your jam, which makes sense because of, what you do a lot in your day job and things, is working with the entertainment side of getting the entertainment for this year's Eastern New Mexico State Fair, every year's fair. But this year, got another great lineup of, and what I like is there's a mix of old, like you got young and coming, but then you got like classic, I can't remember, is it Wednesday night or Thursday night? Whatever night Mickey Cruz and Al Hurricane are
Thursday
coming
night,
in.
yeah.
That's fellas, if you're not taking your date that night out, that's like guaranteed you're going to have a romantic night, because regardless if they're younger, they're going to be all about Mickey Cruz. The older ladies are going to be all about Al Hurricane. And I'm just saying, you're going to have a good night if you take your ladies to that concert those nights.
It's going to be a real good night. There's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But like if you want to see young and up-and-coming like country guys that you're probably going to end up having to spend $100 for a ticket next time you see them, they're going to be at the fair this year.
Yeah,
too,
Austin Van on Wednesday. He's always been a favorite.
Yeah.
We haven't had him in several years.
It's been already, a minute, right? Yeah.
So we're excited to have him back, and he's excited to be here. He's doing 2 sets on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
But please go to the fair, the Eastern New Mexico State Fair's website, enmsf.com. There's a tab that says entertainment, and then you can kind of see what the complete schedule events for what nights, who's playing, what concerts, what, like Saturday is going to be kind of your Latin night. There's all kinds of different Latin artists that are going to be playing pretty much all day on Saturday.
Yeah.
But like Friday night, Thursday night, there's concerts pretty much every night.
Every night. The only day is on Tuesday that we don't have any.
That's
any
the ride
music.
night. That's for the night for everybody to ride them, and so we want everyone to ride
Enjoy
rides
the
that
rides.
night,
Yeah.
enjoy the rides. But every other night there's going to be live music, live shows, and then of course there's entertainment throughout the day. You've got a couple good ones this year. So if you happen to see this dragon just happen to come creeping up on you, that's part of the show.
It's normal. Don't be scared.
But mystical creatures. Is it mythical or mystical? I'm sorry, my brain just
Probably
had a brain
mythical.
cramp. But this gentleman's got these huge dragons that I guess they're going to be kind of walking around and visiting and talking to. I don't know about talking, they're dragons, but you know what I mean. Visiting with people. But the kids are going to love seeing these things. So because to me, I'm like, it looks like part dinosaur, part dragon. So it's like a T-Rex with wings walking around. It's pretty
Look
cool.
out for them. Good photo opportunities for the kids and everybody, the whole family.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. So that's going to be daily out at the fair. So you might just be happy out there, going to check out the commercial building or walking around looking for something to eat or ride a ride. You might just happen to see this big dragon that comes through. That's our mystical creatures. That's going to be part of this year's fair. And then the other big one that's kind of daily is the Extreme Illusions guy. Yeah. And this I'm
excited for that one.
I was looking at the thing, and this guy, he's a little crazy, isn't he?
I mean, they all have to be, right?
I mean, he's like laying on beds of nails and stuff. I'm like, all right, this guy's built different.
Yeah. I think to do that, you all got to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's going to, and I'm guessing, I didn't read his bio, but looked at his pictures and stuff. I think this guy's been like an America's Got Talent or one of those types of shows. So he's got a following. Yeah. And so he'll be doing, I'm guessing, his live illusion acts throughout the fair each day here too. So
no, we're excited to have him.
Yeah.
On opening night, we have a lot of local talent. It's what we've been doing for the last few years now. It's a lot of local talent. We have a big crowd on Monday night. So opening night, we have a lot of local talent. From bands, solos, all the way to full bands.
I think our Jocelyn's going to be GDP. Gross to Meg. They're going to be playing Monday night. They're going to be playing, I think, Monday night at the fair here.
Monday night clock. So we'll be featuring a lot of local talent and play on a big stage with big production.
And you can attest to this. We have some really great quality bands around, and all different genres. If you like country, rock, Tejano or Latin, doesn't matter. We got some great young local artists that do this. That do these. You'll see them in places all over town all the time.
Oh yeah,
here and
all the venues around town. And we have a lot of a good music scene for all the locals.
Absolutely, you'll enjoy it. So come out and enjoy the music there. Now, don't forget, all of the concerts at the fair are included into your admission into the fair. So when you pay to get into the fair that day, the concert's included. That's right. That's already. You don't have to buy another ticket. All you got to do is park your butt in front of the stage there when concert time hits, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, there'll be bleachers and everything for you to grab a seat. I believe they are allowing you to bring a folding chair.
Okay, good deal.
So double check on the website, but I mean, and there's now where we used to have it used to be dirt and rocks. Now it's all been paved.
Yeah.
So bring your dancing boots and let's get some.
Got two. Cut a rug, but cut a pavement or two.
Cut a pavement.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, and as like I said, the only night is that Tuesday night because that is the Ride 'em Cowboy night. Now, if you're not a rides buff, maybe Tuesday's the day you avoid the fair. However, this is also a plot to do on that too. If you want to do maybe you've got 3 or 4 kids and that gets expensive. Yeah, you're not a rider. Go that night, and then you can people watch and do what you do, or you go check out in the commercial building while the kids ride for cheap all night on their. But if you are not a rider, you just want to come to see the concerts or see the rodeo or see the livestock shows or any of that stuff. Maybe Tuesday's the day you don't come. You come Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, any of the other days. But Tuesdays are really our hardcore rider day. Mm-hmm. If you're about the rides, Tuesday's the day you want to make sure you're out at the fair and doing that. And I think, speaking of the rides, Thursday night, I believe, is their if you bring canned goods for the disaster relief, they get discounts on rides too. Perfect. I believe that's Thursday as well. So you can help out community disaster relief by by bringing a canned good for them too, and you get to save a little bucks riding rides and stuff.
That never hurts.
So that'd be a good night because that way you can go check out the concert that night. Thursday, I think that's Al Hurricane and
Thursday's Al Hurricane Jr. and Mickey Cruz.
Mickey Cruz night. So
and then we have a local New Groove. They're going to be opening up to a local band. They play a variety of everything.
Good deal.
You're going to love them. It's just that Thursday night's going to be really good fun. Night too.
And then Friday night's a big country night too.
We got Josh Ward coming on Friday night. Carson City Rebels.
Yeah,
they're from Carlsbad, I want to say.
Yeah, Carlsbad, yeah.
And they do a great job, too.
My understanding is they've got quite a following down there in Carlsbad, and they've kind of built an audience down there.
Yeah, they do, and they've been trying to expand and, get a good local following.
So, right, so
what a better place to do it.
So it sounds like that'll be a prime dancing concert Friday night there, and then all day Saturday there's going to be...
All day Saturday we're going to have, let me see, starting from 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, Conjunto Satebo.
Okay.
Norteño, Dinamita, a lot of cumbias, and then we have a La Conquistadora Banda. Big band. It's like a 10-piece band. It's freaking awesome to hear.
And to go see these at other venues, it's probably a lot harder to see them, isn't it? They command bigger audiences when they go to other places.
Yeah, they fill big audiences.
Yeah.
And,
so you get to see them basically for the cost of to get into the fair.
There.
Yeah. And by the way, Saturday the rides open early, everything, because it's Saturday. Everything starts at like noon pretty much, and the music even starts early on Saturday. So yeah, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, Saturday's probably your day to do it all, see it all, and especially if you love Latin music and stuff, it'll be wall to wall that whole day there going on.
Yeah,
too,
Saturday's always a big draw. There's everyone's off, no school, no.
It's
nothing.
the grand finale of the fair day too.
Yeah.
It's the last day of the fair, and everyone's last chance to get your corn dogs and get your funnel cakes and everything else too. So, but Friday night next Friday night out there. I'm already getting a week ahead of myself.
Slow down.
That's right.
We haven't set the stage yet.
But next Friday we'll have. And by the way, just from a radio perspective and all that, because we'll be doing our broadcast from 6 to 8 out each night out there. Our trailer will be out there. But fear not, Friday night, if you're out at the fair and you're like, but there's football on, come to our trailer. We got 2 TVs. We'll have the Goddard game on one. They'll have the Roswell game on the other. So fear not, we will have you covered. Now, if they make you venture away from the trailer, that's on you. But if you're like, hey, I'll be over by. Tell them you need ice cream because we'll be right near the ice cream shack. Just tell them you're going for ice cream, and go grab you a cone, and then while you're slowly enjoying your cone, sit there and watch the ball game.
That'll be your excuse. I'm gonna go get some ice cream real quick.
Exactly.
For 2 hours.
Exactly. But and actually won't be too far from all the concert and music action, right? It's right nearby there too. So you can even catch the concert while you're watching the ball game. So it's a win-win-win all the way around there.
Yeah, it works for everybody.
Yeah. But please come and check out this entertainment. Don't forget Senior Day is on Wednesday too. So they're gonna have special activities for seniors and things during that day. And again, there'll be concerts that night, so you can hang out and go enjoy the concert afterwards that night too. So after you're done your Senior Day stuff, come and enjoy the rest of the fair and go see a show and maybe enjoy dinner and who knows, ride a ride or something. Have some fun.
Have some fun. That's what it's for. Once a year.
Absolutely. What else? Is there anything else on the entertainment side we want to make sure that we
I think that's about it. With local bands on Monday.
Yeah.
A lot of local good talent. Tuesday we're going to take a break and then come back on Wednesday with Awesome Van, and then we have Tejano on Thursday, Country on Friday, and Norteño and Banda on Saturday.
I know Mickey Cruz has got a following around. So is Al Hurricane. So that's going to be a packed night out there.
Yeah.
Get there. Word to the wise. Get there a little early if you want to get up close and personal.
In the bleachers. Or else you're gonna end up standing
Mickey
up
and Al both
chair.
bring it. They both bring it every time, and they got a following and an audience.
Yep.
That's what I'm telling you, fellas. If you want to get a date night where you're guaranteed to have a good evening, Al Hurricane and Mickey Cruz night. That's going to be your night.
It'll be good. It'll be fun.
Get them a nice dinner at the fair. Go up to one of the local and get like a full Mexican dinner or something. Don't give them a corn dog. Give them something a little more nicer, and then it'll be something that with a plate where you can sit down for.
There you go. There you go.
Or take them to maybe go to Antigua's first, and then go, and then we'll go and see the concert afterwards there too. So, is there any way you can serve octopus out at the fair?
That'd be a little hard to do.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll be on our goal for next year.
That's my favorite Antigua's. Like, you figure, hey, it's the fair. It's designed to put unique foods on a.
That's true.
Do
the one thing only, just
octopus. Pretty unique.
That's right.
People always, I tell them every time, go to Antigua's, get the octopus. It's delicious. It tastes great because the suction cups mess with people.
Yeah.
I think they mess. But
the texture, sometimes people don't get it,
But I grew up in Maryland on crabs, and so I'm a seafood guy, and I love that octopus you have over there is the habanero glaze. I get that every time.
Yeah, chef and cooks do a great job.
Yeah. Sorry, I cross-plugged here.
We get hungry every time we talk about it.
I talk about food. And by the way, if you just love tacos, they got some amazing tacos and enchiladas. They got quote unquote normal food too. Okay.
Normal food.
Octopus weirds you out.
Plenty of everything else.
That's right.
Yeah.
But definitely make it make it family nights, date nights out there. Enjoy the different these different shows. Again, it's all. And to be honest, some of these artists, if you go see them at a concert venue, you're paying $100 to see them.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And here you're paying whatever it costs to get in the fair. It's very,
quality
very
entertainment
affordable
all week.
Yeah, and I know that you guys work really hard to do to put on this fair every year, and we do appreciate yourself and the entire fair board because they bust their humps. And,
a lot of the guys and girls, volunteers. I mean, it wouldn't happen without them.
And come see the improvements too. Like each year, they're always, obviously the Hobson Hall's new and everything else, but like you said, they've been redoing like the food court areas, the concert area venues. They put a lot of upgrades into a lot of the amenities at the fairgrounds over the last couple of years. They
you got to come out and check it out.
Add new projects. So if it's been a minute since you come out to the fair, then please make next week come out and enjoy it. There's going to be, and there's no charge for parking. They've stopped that a year or two ago. So free parking. You just pay your admission to the fair. There's discounts for seniors and veterans and all that. Go to the website again, enmsf.com, and you'll see the admission fees and all that. The cost for if you want to get unlimited ride armbands, all of that stuff, all that information is on the website there too. So, cool. And of course, in that way you can see who's playing what night where. If you want to learn a little bit more about the mystical creatures and the extreme illusions, go to the entertainment tab, and then onto the side it's got a little thing that kind of gives you some pictures and a little description about their acts and things. So you can learn a bit more about them. And then of course you can see the schedule of every different show every night. And then the other thing I want to mention to you is if folks like and follow the Eastern New Mexico State Fair Facebook page, because if weather hits or any of these things, hopefully we're not doing this, but if that's usually the first place we announce to the public, hey, there's a rain delay, we're going to push back the concert an hour or whatever needs to happen there. So that's the first. That's like we, the radio guys, when we tell everybody, we go to the Facebook page and look. Oh, we better tell everybody. So you can cut out the middleman and just get it directly from the horse's mouth there at the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But that's and that way and double check it the days you come out just to make sure everything you're wanting to do is still a go and all that. That way you can stay up to date there. So good deal. Did we get it all, Saul?
That's it, man. That's
awesome.
it.
Well, try not to work too hard this week. I know.
I
know you go from one event to the other. He's busy with airplanes one week and now fair the next week.
Yeah,
So.
a little bit of everything. It's what keeps it fun.
Is vacation the week after next?
I'm sure. Hope so. Late October.
I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. So
yeah, it's time.
It's like the second week of October is a ghost town.
yeah, we're due for it.
That's right. Well, thank you, sir, and we'll see you next time. And whether it's a fair thing or entertainment thing or some other community thing, we'll see you here.
Sounds good.
Good
Thank
deal.
you, Mike.
Appreciate you. All right, it is 9:35. Let us pause for news, your Dallas Cowboys report, SRN report, and a quick break as well. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. Artesia City Council this week, busy agenda. The council approved a land swap agreement with the school board. In the deal, the board will get property at Roberts Park for the site of a new school. And once the school is built, the existing Roselawn School property will then be given back to the city. After that, Mayor John Henry said he would like to have a discussion regarding motorized scooters in Artesia. He says citizens have complained to him about the safety concerns of the motorized scooters. No action was taken. Other council news, the city's infrastructure director says the 26th Street project is on track to be finished by the end of next month. The current phase is working on 26th from Grand to Washington. The next phase of the project will move to the area between Washington and Ray. And the council has also approved moving trick-or-treating in Artesia from October 31st to November 1st. This is due to the Bulldogs football game on Halloween. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
You know, these politically motivated acts of violence have got to stop. I don't think there's any denying anymore, and I'm not blaming. You blame the shooter. I'm not going to take the ridiculous liberal argument and say that words cause... The words are having an impact. You know, we found anti-ICE messages on the shooter's rounds. At least 3 people shot, 1 killed in this shooting this morning. And the FBI says they are investigating this incident as a targeted attack against ICE. There has been a 1,000% increase in threats against ICE agents around the country.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
You know, it was nearly 2 years ago that terrorists murdered more than 1,200 innocent Israelis, took 250 hostages, murder, rape, kidnapping, torture, even beheading. Today it seems as if the cries of the dead and the dying have been drowned out. And yet, as the world may look away, light is shining in this darkness, and it is a movement of love and support for the good people of Israel. It's called the Flags of Fellowship. It's organized by our friends at the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. And on October the 5th, just a few weeks away, millions across America will prayerfully plant an Israeli flag in honor and solidarity with the victims of the October 7th, 2023 attack and their grieving families. Now, you can be a part of this as well. Get information, and you can join the Flags of Fellowship. Just go to the fellowship online at ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org today.
Hey everyone, with your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. Micah Parsons considers Dak Prescott a friend and mentor, but personal feelings will be set aside Sunday night when the Cowboys host the Pack. Hear from Micah about his homecoming right after this.
Whether you're getting ready to purchase a home, setting up a college fund for your kids, or preparing for retirement, you're working hard to live a life you love. And you deserve peace of mind knowing your home, loved ones, and future are protected. At SWBC, we can help you assess your personal situation and create a customized solution to make sure you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Visit SWBC.com to learn about your mortgage, insurance, and wealth management options today. That's SWBC.com.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
A Packers team that has beaten Dallas 10 of the last 11 matchups and has never lost at AT&T Stadium comes to town Sunday, even more talent-laden following the trade of Micah Parsons from Dallas to Green Bay. Micah has tried to downplay his return, but you know it'll be a special night. He still speaks fondly of the quarterback he'll be trying to sack, Dak Prescott.
He believes he can make every throw, and 90% of the time he does do that. Like, he does, and you want your quarterback to have that mentality. He's a person who's very resilient, and he's determined, and I never would bet against him.
The Cowboys secondary expects to have Deron Bland back on the field after missing 2 games with a foot injury. Kickoff Sunday night at 7:20 Central here on your radio home for the boys. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine coming our way for today. Late today and into tonight, there are some hit or miss shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast. Highs are ranging from the upper 80s to the low 90s. If you're able to get a storm going, it may produce some heavier rain. Cloudy as the night goes on, or low to mid 60s. A few more showers with thunderstorms bubbling up through Saturday into Saturday night, and some additional chances for heavier rain. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. A record-setting fine for an online giant.
Amazon has reached an historic $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, which says the online giant tricked consumers into signing up for its Prime memberships and made it difficult to cancel once they did. The Seattle company will pay $1 billion in civil penalties, the largest fine in FTC history, and $1.5 billion will be paid to consumers who were unintentionally enrolled in Prime or were deterred from canceling their subscriptions. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The Federal Reserve's favored inflation gauge accelerated in August from a year earlier. The Commerce Department says its personal consumption expenditures price index was up by 2.7% compared with 2024, the biggest rise in that index since February. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
So where do you find hope? Our world seems to have just a little bit of hope right now. Colossians 1 reads, "The faith and love that spring from the hope stored up for you in heaven." The only eternal hope comes from the saving grace that Jesus offers, which results in the hope of heaven. We get a taste of the promise of heaven now, so we can have hope in the future. An old hymn has these words, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. His oath, his covenant, his blood supports me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay." What a great song, and what a great message. I hope you'll join us as we try to find hope in what God has done.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Discover what your neighbors are talking about during the grand reopening of Lissy and Eckel Feeds, September 30th through October 3rd at 905 White Mill Road in Roswell. For 4 days, a huge celebration during the Eastern New Mexico State Fair with exclusive in-store specials, new product arrivals, our famous bucket sale, and tours of our mill. Meet industry experts daily from 11 to 1 as they show off the latest in ag technology. Whether you have a farm, ranch, or a few backyard animals, you'll find everything you need to keep them healthy and thriving. Come see why so many trust the LE brand, September 30th through October 3rd at 905 White Mill Road in Roswell.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Coach, question for you over here.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Support career and technical education programs for Chavez County. Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy. Supporting this mill levy would increase funding for career and technical education programs to prepare students for in-demand jobs in our area, strengthening the local economy and meeting community needs for healthcare professions and skilled laborers. Dual credit students from local high schools will benefit from expanded program options. Increase career and technical education in Chavez County. Support Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy on November 4th. Early voting begins October 7th. Paid for by the ENMU Roswell Foundation. When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast. No matter how remote the site, when every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support. The 2025 Eastern New Mexico State Fair is here, September 29th through October 4th at the Fairgrounds in Roswell. This year's entertainment is out of this world. Wednesday night, don't miss Austin Van with 2 shows at 7 and 9.
Driving me out of your mind.
Thursday, catch Mickey Cruz at 7. And Al Hurricane at 9. Friday, it's Carson City Rebels at 5. Proud Pete at 7 and Josh Ward at 9.
Hey, I'm loving where it's going.
And Saturday is Tejano Night featuring La Conquistador Banda at 9.
Iban dispuestos a todo por llevar la mercancía.
Best of all, concerts are free with admission to the fair. More info at enmsf.com. The Eastern New Mexico State Fair, September 29th through October 4th at the Fairgrounds in Roswell. It's the happiest place on dirt. Ad paid for by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
You may have heard the federal government has made some major changes to health insurance, and it could affect your eligibility for coverage or how much money you can save. Schedule an appointment with a Be Well certified assister who will help you navigate these changes and what they mean for you for free. Don't wait. Open enrollment begins November 1st. Schedule an appointment today at bewellnm.com and let us do the work for you.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select jars of Classico pasta sauces are 2 for $5, and select boxes of Food Club cake mixes are 97 cents each. In produce, 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $4. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean fresh ground beef are $4.29 a pound, and family packs of Pryor drumsticks or thighs are 99 cents a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Your home is your sanctuary, and the land it's built on is even more precious. So when termites start devouring your house, you want a proven treatment that's environmentally responsible. You want the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. The Centricon system is the green way to protect homes from subterranean termites. Rather than surrounding your house with hundreds of gallons of diluted chemical solution, the Centricon system strategically uses just a few grams of active ingredient in termite bait, working with natural termite behavior to destroy termite colonies. With this technology, it's no wonder the Centricon system became the only termite treatment to receive the Presidential Green Chemistry Challenge Award from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And homeowners rate the Centricon system as the most environmentally sound termite treatment. Your home is your sanctuary, so monitor, bait, and eliminate termites with the Centricon system. Think of it as your own little piece on Earth.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:50. Got a few minutes here before we get kicked off the radio. One thing that we had talked about earlier in the week, or last week maybe, that we didn't. That was last week.
Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah. I finally, over this week, I finished the Charlie Sheen documentary, 2-part documentary on Netflix.
AKA Charlie Sheen, it's called, I believe.
Yeah. It's very entertaining.
It was, I mean, I'll tell you this. I got halfway through part 2, and I was about ready to turn it off.
Right.
I'm like, just because I'm like, okay, well, this is the end of the story. they're obviously not going to have any like salacious stuff like I thought.
Right.
And then I heard
all right, let's kick everybody out.
all right, let's get into it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I hit my remote button. I'm like, oh, we still got like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So now is when it gets interesting.
Yeah, it's a 2-parter, and I think each part's about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
it's
so
about
it's
3 hours total.
total.
And really, the first part, it does, there's some new information, but it is kind of a rehash of his, his life and his career. He does give a lot of like stories of what like this, I was, to be honest, I was very interested in the home movies with him and Emilio and Sean Penn in some cases, because it sounds like they all three hung when they were kids.
Well, and what was funny about that is after they showed the parts where he was on set of Apocalypse Now, you could tell their production value went up a notch. Like they I don't know if they got money or if they just figured out how to do it.
They learned Hollywood a little
more. They
more.
watched practical effects put into place.
Well, and it to me it really paralleled how Martin Sheen on the set of Apocalypse Now versus Charlie Sheen on the set of Platoon.
Well, absolutely.
Like, it was so similar. Yeah.
With the whole, inebriation thing. And basically Charlie was there to keep him focused and sober, essentially.
But it just the similarity. And Charlie was even like, talking about when he did Platoon, it was very much, his Apocalypse Now experience when Dad took him on the set.
Right.
Everything was, he kind of emulated a lot of that in the life and everything else. So it was kind of, and to be honest, they're very similar in style movies. I mean, they're two different, they're both Vietnam movies and the stories are slightly different, but they kind of go to the same place in both movies, same mindset kind of deal. So, but
I loved you in Wall Street. Still to this day, one of my favorite scenes in anything he's ever done. But
that was part 2, wasn't it?
That was part 2, yeah.
On the boat, they were doing the Apocalypse Now.
He's sitting there just writing in his journal, and then you can hear Martin Sheen's voiceover kind of creep in a little bit about his writing in his journal. And they're just supposed to stand up, look at each other, and just point, "I loved you in Wall Street."
But the impression I got, like Emilio and Charlie and Ramon, the other of Estevez, the less famous of the two, and Sean Penn were almost like in this like club that just emulated Martin Sheen. Like I feel like they loved him, and it seems like they were all like you said with the movies and everything. It seemed like that's what they did.
I think for Charlie and Emilio and Ramon, it was trying to kind of be like Dad, but for Sean Penn, it was almost like sitting under the learning tree. He got it because he was a young actor. He was just cutting his teeth, and he was. And I think that he kind of worked in a lot of that style and those formatics.
Yeah.
One of the things that struck me off the first one, which they kind of only barely dabbled into until the second one they kind of really get into, is the main reason he went off the rails like the way he did was because of testosterone.
Yeah, like he over-teed.
He was doing testosterone while also
doing the cocaine or crack or whatever he was doing. Yeah,
crack rock as possible. And that was another thing which I thought was hilarious because of all of the people that the documentary was able to track down, his drug dealer. That's
he still has a relationship with him.
Yeah,
like they're friends.
Yeah.
And this is a part they kind of reveal in I think it's part 2. Actually,
it was part 2
where Charlie was so bad that they knew that they weren't going to get him off drugs. So they literally worked with his drug dealer to weaken his drugs.
They said, "Listen, we need you to make your product less appealing. Because I know you've got good stuff, and we need it to be bad."
And according to Charlie, at the end of the day, that's what got him off.
It was,
like they made it to where he wasn't getting what he wanted out of it, and he just stopped.
He was doing twice as much as he was before and getting nothing, and he's just like, "I guess this is done with this now."
Yeah. So So as oddly weird as that sounds, it sounds like that was on the path to get him sober. That worked. Is unorthodox as that is.
And now here's kind of another or a part of the question is I know that a lot of his, we'll just call it for those who haven't seen the documentary yet, his other side of the menu conversation.
Yes.
Did that happen after he got sober, or was that more so during?
No, I think that was during, and I think that was always the case.
Sure, but is it something that he still pursues? Like I wasn't able to really get a feel on that.
He didn't really clarify.
Right.
Put it this way. I'm going to say that he doesn't. I think because at the end of the day, he's still HIV positive. So his partners and people's skepticism on wanting to be with him is probably heightened.
Now, yes.
Now, granted, he shows negative and he's clean and whatever. Like he's got the magic or the Magic Johnson drugs that makes it go away.
Yeah. That's the thing is it's not, thanks to the cocktail and thanks to other things, it's not the death sentence that it used to be. You know, so it's not,
but still
the boogeyman necessarily.
And so I don't know if he's
great.
And I'm not sure. And I don't think they really talked about it. I don't know if he's monogamous now, or if he's got a partner, or if he's just.
They didn't really.
I know because weirdly enough,
it was mostly about.
I think he still has relationships with his exes. Certainly with Denise Richards.
Denise Richards, which that's so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still pretty, I guess, but that smile, she had the best smile. I will say Denise Richards had the best smile in Hollywood.
He's gotten older.
Next to Carrie Russell. Yeah. Denise Richards and Carrie Russell had the best smiles in the entirety of Tinseltown.
They gotten older.
And boy, I don't know if it's just like a dimming, but she also didn't smile as much during, and granted, it wasn't a fun time for her to talk
about. I would imagine she's dealing with Charlie PTSD to a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
dealing with all, but they have children together, so they still have. And deep down, I think they love each other. Like they're the divorced couple that always still love each other, even though they're not together, kind of thing.
Right.
So I got a feeling those two will probably join at the hip the rest of their lives. I mean, if not reemerging as a couple, at least as a very, very close platonic friendship, if nothing.
Well, during a lot of those scares, it was mostly Denise Richards. And part of it was because of proximity, but the other part was even when she was out of the picture, she was the first to be let known.
Sure, yeah. So. And then, of course, he's got the other woman who they interviewed who's actually still on the wagon, or still on the wagon, or
I think that she's
or still sober, but she's not nearly as put together as Charlie is at this point, if that's possible to say.
She's sober but shaky, I think is the best way to describe it. And that's the woman that he has the twins with.
Yes, yeah. And they interview her. You know what interview and we only got about a minute left, but you know what interview I thought was interesting was John Cryer.
Yeah.
And because Cryer was the cheerleader and the skeptic all at the same time. Like he's like, I'm hoping for him, but I'm pretty sure that, like, even now he's still like, how long till he falls off the wagon again? You know?
I think that there's some serious resentment there still.
Well, sure.
From between him and Charlie. I think that there's a lot of like feelings that he's yet to let go of.
Probably, yeah.
And that's probably I just felt that kind of hostility while he was doing the interview.
But of all the people that were like interviewed, I felt like of all the people that were so sold that Charlie's recovered, it was John Cryer.
Right.
Cryer was like, I'm happy, but I'm expecting for the other shoe to drop at any minute now.
Sure.
And so he's still punch drunk.
It'll be interesting to keep track of that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm rooting for the guy. I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't know what. I don't have enough time, but I don't know what the right answer is for him to start working again, or for him to just go into obscurity. What would be healthier for him?
Probably just retiring.
Yeah, I don't know. But then idle hands in an addict is not good either. So I don't know what the best route is on that. So I kind of hope he does get back into working a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing him back on TV again, doing a sitcom or something. I would be down with that. So
just work the late night circuit.
Yes. We got to go. Don't forget 6 p.m. kickoff tonight for Roswell High and Goddard. We will be back bright and early Monday, Fair Day, with all of the parades and all that on Monday as well. You're listening to 106.